Well, hello, welcome in. 1 second, I gotta make sure the volume for the background music is somewhat appropriate. And then we'll get into the, well, okay, that's a little loud. All right, we'll call that good enough. Anyways, welcome back to some more One Piece. Today, we're gonna be looking at OP15. As you can see, we got pretty much all the cards here, and I'm hoping that it'll turn out good. But you know, no guarantees. Let me make sure I got everything sorted out. 1 second. Come on, I want to see chat. There you are. It's too many buttons. All right, we will say that's pretty good. All right. Anyways, we're gonna be ranking some OP15 stuff. I'm gonna go and kind of just off the vibes mostly. I mean, the nice thing is that I think this will be the last set that we have of the East being ahead of us. So with the East, well, with getting caught up with the East, we're gonna kind of be figuring out things ourselves. We know a little bit of what's working in OP15 based on the first week of Japan getting their hands on this. And so far, things are looking good. Obviously, what we're going to be doing first is, just like every other time, we're going to be looking at leaders, events, stages. And then after we're done with this, because there's so many characters, we're going to look at the characters afterwards. Because there's going to be like, what, maybe 100 plus characters? And this is only like maybe like 20-ish cards. So we'll go ahead and just rank the leaders. Then we'll check out the stage, because there's only one stage. And then we'll do the events afterwards. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started with Krieg. Don Krieg over here, good old man from the East Blue. So Krieg is going to be a 4-life 5k power. Attach 1 Dawn opponent's turn. If you have an East Blue type character, if you only have East Blue type characters, give all of your opponent's characters minus 2k power. Wow, okay. Activate once per turn. Rest up to one of your opponent's characters with 2 or more given Dawn cards. Okay, so I do know a little bit about this character or this leader, because this is a pretty big strategy. This is a pretty big mechanic being introduced to One Piece, where you can now manipulate your opponent's Dawn, which is interesting. I think it's interesting for Green to do that. I think it makes sense for Green to be able to do something like that. I don't know how I feel about it, because Green has a lot of stuff already. Green has a lot of ways to freeze. They got a lot of ways to rest things, a lot of ways to restand Dawn, and now they have a way to give your opponent rested Dawn to then, you know, gain effects with. The first ability I feel like is pretty strong. I like the idea of the first ability of just giving your opponent's field just a blanket minus 2k power with a pretty low bar to entry, considering, I mean, the only bar of entry is the East Blue characters that you have to have, which obviously within the set, we're going to have a bunch of East Blue characters. I know that much. So it feels pretty good. I think Don Krieg's going to do really well. As far as like where I would place him amongst the other leaders, I would probably say right now, S is not a bad place for him to hang out, just because of how strong Green is. And Red in this set does feel pretty good. So for now, we might move him down to A, because I kind of feel like he's maybe an A. But considering he's our first leader, we're going to put him at S. So Lucy, let's see what's up with Lucy. All right, Lucy, what do you guys say for yourself? Lucy, it's a 4-life leader, 5k, red-blue. When attacking / on your opponent's attack, you may trash any number of events or stage cards from your hand. This leader gains plus 1k power during this battle for every card trashed. So that reminds me of the mono red, what's his name? Ace. Reminds me of Ace, the mono red Ace, which I think is rotating out as a leader. So it's nice that there's pretty much a replacement immediately for people who still play that leader, which I like the idea of. So activate main once per turn. If you have activated an event card with a base cost of 3 or more during this turn, draw 1 card. Ooh, I like the sound of that. 1 second. Okay. So this is cool. I really like this leader. This is very like spell slinger. This definitely reminds me of like of Magic the Gathering kind of spell slinging, where you're casting spells, drawing cards, and you're boosting your either your attacking bodies or whatever. When attacking on your opponent's attack. So I do like that you can use your events in hand as offensive or defensive cards. I do like this Lucy a little bit more than Dawn Krieg. As far as meta relevance, he's Dressrosa, Revo Army. Revo Army has a lot of good red cards. I don't think they're like, this set is where we get introduced to more blue stuff in Revo stuff. Dressrosa, we're probably gonna be a little heavier in Dressrosa for blue. Just because of another leader. We have another leader down here that's Dressrosa relevant. As of right now, I'm liking the idea of Lucy a little bit more because from what we've seen from Sanji, Sanji is like one of those evergreen leaders right now. The blue-purple Sanji is a bit more of an evergreen leader where you can kind of build him how you like, and he's only going to get better with time. And I have a feeling Lucy is going to be a very similar thing because this is a pretty open-ended ability where as long as you have events in your deck, which is something that Sanji wants to do, as long as you have events in your deck and in your hand, you can pretty much always stay aggressive and defensive, which is, well, that's good. Okay. I'm kind of convincing myself. At the very least, between the two leaders right now, I would definitely want to play Lucy over Krieg. But that's a bit of a bias. I'm not a big fan of green cards. Speaking of green, let's see. Brooke, what do you got to say for yourself? Brooke is a 4 life, 5k power, green-black. That doesn't... It doesn't sound good, but green-black doesn't have the best history in the card game right now. So under the rules of this game, you do not lose when your deck has 0 cards. You lose at the end of your turn in which your deck becomes 0 cards. Okay, so this is pretty much... It lets you deck yourself out without immediately losing. Because in the normal rules, as soon as you decked out, you would basically lose the game. Like as soon as you draw your last card, that's basically game over. With Brook, he does let you go to the end of turn before you do lose. Does that matter? I don't know how much that actually matters in this sense. We'll see. Okay, active in main, once returned, trash 4 cards from the top of your deck. Then, if your deck has 0 cards, set up to one of your characters as active. I'm not a big fan of that. I kind of, instead of one character, I kind of say, I wish it would have said like all characters. Restand all rested characters. That's a little unfortunate. Because the thing is, once you're at 0 cards in deck, you're dead essentially. Whether or not you win that round or not, if you have 0 cards in your deck, you're gonna lose by the end of the turn. So you kind of need it to be your Hail Mary. I'm trying to think. I mean, I know there's some really good Straw Hat stuff in this set. I'm trying to think of other Straw Hat cards. Let me see. We would have to get rid of the filters for this. Because the one that comes to mind is going to be... Actually, I think that's rotating out. Hold on. Well, we'll go back to that in a second. Because I'm thinking of the Black Luffy character. Considering that we only have green and blue, because I think... Let's look at characters real quick. This is the one I'm primarily thinking of. This is block 1. That's rough. Let me just throw this here for a second so I can read it. This character can also attack active characters. You may return 7 cards from your trash. No, this wouldn't work either. Okay, never mind. This needs to leave. All right, goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I'm gonna have to clear the list, aren't I? Okay, good. All right, he's gone. So that doesn't really work with the list. What else can work? Can this work? No. Is there another Luffy here that can restand itself that I'm thinking of? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about this leader right now, about Brook. Brook, I think, has potential, but obviously he doesn't have it yet. So I think right now, what do we... Oh, it's the colors. We have filters on the colors. There we go. Right now, I would definitely say between the 3, Brook is looking pretty weak. I'm not super happy about that because I was really looking forward to having Brook as a leader. The strategy seems a little gimmicky right now, and I can't see any cards in the past or in the current set that are potentially good for this leader. So we're going to leave it at that. This one I already know about. I want to preemptively just put this in F just because I hate leaders that can't attack. I understand this is because of lore reasons. Rebecca is not a fighter, like actively avoids fighting other people. So I understand why she's here. I understand why she can't attack. But if she can't attack, at the very least, don't make her a leader. It's just upsetting because I like Rebecca as a character. I'm not a big fan of like the fact that all of her leaders can't attack. And there's no real, like, as far as I can tell, they haven't given you a way to recover from not attacking because you're essentially losing a body on board by not having a leader that can attack. And I feel like whatever this ability is not going to justify the means to the whole thing. So let's see, Rebecca, 5 life, 5k power, mono blue. This leader can attack. Activate main. You may rest this leader and one of your Dressrosa type characters. Oh no, return one of your Dressrosa type characters to its owner's hand. Play up to 1 Dressrosa type character card with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. Okay. So you can bounce searchers to play slightly bigger bodies. Hopefully they get rushed. But right now, like I'm not on board with these kind of cards. I really don't like these I won't attack leaders. Like I can't attack. It feels like it's very outdated, I think. I think we've only had like 2 leaders that can really take advantage of this whole thing. One being Vegapunk. Vegapunk does a really good job of not being an attacking leader. And Shirahoshi is doing better now. Shirahoshi is doing better, but only because they're printing better cards for Shirahoshi. I think the best strategy for this type, I've said it in the past, but like Hody Jones, the mono green Hody Jones that can still attack, but does let you rest itself, that can rest itself for a bonus effect. I kind of wish that's what they would do instead of having Rebecca just not attack altogether. So sure, lore wise, 10 out of 10, but as far as like something I would play, I wouldn't play this. I wouldn't recommend playing it either. So we have Anel. Anel is a 5 life, 5k power, mono purple. Under the rules of this game, your Dawn deck consists of 6 cards. Okay. So activate main once per turn. If it is your second turn or later, add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck and set it as active. And add up to 4 additional Dawn cards rested and rest them. Then give up to 4 rested Dawn cards to one of your characters. So after your first or second turn, or after your, okay, if it is your second turn, okay, so after your second turn, you can ramp 5. 1 of them is active, and the other 3 can be attached to your characters, or to one of your characters. That's pretty good. I mean, like, turn 2, play like a 5-drop. Well, you can't because it's playing 4 cards rested. But that's a pretty big swing. Attaching 4 Dawn to anything, to any character, that's pretty big. By your second turn, if you're going first, so if you're going first, you have 3 Dawn, then you ramp an extra Dawn. So that puts you at 4 active Dawn. You can play a 4-drop. Well, I don't know. This has like Bella Betty vibes or Rayleigh vibes. Well, more Rayleigh than Bella Betty. Mostly because we have the restriction of 6 cards in our Dawn deck. I'm not a big fan of that because then you're blocked out from every other good card past 6. And of course, all of your cards in your deck, all your characters are going to be a base cost or an original cost of 6 or less. So anything that can rest or KO a base cost of 6 or less is basically free game for them. I do like the idea of giving one of your characters 4 rested Dawn. It just makes it hyper aggressive. I do like this. I like this maybe a little bit more than Dawn Krieg, but they're about, I would argue that these are probably about at the same power level. This is doing something interesting. This is doing something more interesting because it has like a new mechanic it's playing with versus Anel, which is just, you know, reinventing the wheel essentially. Instead of having 10 Dawn, you have 6 Dawn, but you get to, you know, turbo ramp for aggression. Our next leader is going to be Luffy. Luffy is a 5 life, 5k power, yellow leader, which is a little unfortunate because we just got a yellow leader in a starter deck, so it's a little bit of a fatigue here. If your Sky Island type character with 6k power, base power or more would be removed from the field by your opponent, you may add 1 card from the top of your life cards to your hand instead. Okay, this is good. It's very, I mean, there's a lot of characters like this now. Well, there's a lot of leaders. This is very reminiscent of Kobe, where Kobe is going to protect itself, like Kobe and Sabo. So this is kind of like a color breaking leader, where it's doing black things in the color yellow, and it's protecting big bodies. It's not protecting like your normal mid-range characters, because 6k base power or more are protected, but you are taking a life card to hand. I know yellow can heal pretty easily. Yellow doesn't have a problem healing, but to constantly have to heal or to constantly take damage to protect the board, it's a little rough. And removal is not as heavy as it used to be, unless we go into a removal heavy meta, which is very unlikely because it doesn't seem like Bandai wants One Piece to be removal base. More so than anything, like we're getting more into like more tricky removal, where we're trying to freeze things, we're trying to rest things, potentially bounce things. Bottom deck and KO removal are really like pretty sparse in the current day of One Piece, of the One Piece TCG. So I would argue this is probably just, you know, if this leader would have came out maybe a block ahead, like if this was a OP2 or if this was a block 2 or 3 leader, I think it would be much higher on my list. But for right now, I would argue this is probably like a B or C. It is a yellow deck, so it does get the inherent value of being a yellow Straw Hat leader, which we know in yellow Straw Hats there's a lot of really good stuff. So that alone would keep it around this B area, but I would say it's probably stronger than Brook at this point. I think Adele can out aggro it, especially if it's taking life to hand, because this is not Black Yellow Luffy, right? Like this is a completely different monster. This is not boosting its own attack. Yeah, I think I'm happy where the leaders are sitting right now. I think bias, but I'm not a big fan of this Rebecca. I think these two are fun ideas, but we're not really there yet. These seem like they're going to be meta competitive, and I feel like Lucy is going to be by far the most popular and potentially the strongest in the set, just based off what we've seen from the East so far. So that's probably where I would put stuff. So let's go ahead and just quickly look at the stage, and then we'll jump into events, and then we'll jump into characters. So let's see. Stage is Dressrosa Kingdom. So Dressrosa, it's a 1-cost stage. On play, if your leader has the Dressrosa type, draw 1 card. Pretty good. I do like that they can replace themselves in hand. On your opponent's attack, you may rest the stage and trash 1 event or stage from your hand. That's pretty good, because it's essentially up to one of your leaders or characters gain 2k power during this battle. That's pretty good. I like this. This is kind of like sort of like having a 0-cost event in hand, but it's not in your hand. It's on the stage, so you can trash stages and events that are dead draws to protect yourself. I mean, it turns your events and stage into 2k counters, which is what 0-cost events originally did, which, I mean, they still do that, but you know, this is on a stage now, so you can have like 4 copies of this in hand and never feel like you're out of luck. You know, like this never feels like a dead draw essentially. So that feels pretty good. I like this as a stage. I don't know if this is going to be busted, but this feels pretty good. Like for stage wise, it's not as good as Empty Throne, but we're getting to like, you know, Full of Lead territory where you get a lot of value for just running this, or like, what is it, the Revo headquarters? That's another stage that just gives you a lot of value. So I do feel like this is, stage wise, this is an S tier stage. I do like that. Next, we're gonna be looking at events. So let's start from the top and work our way down. So let's start with red. So red is, this is gonna be Barrier Bulls. It is gonna be a 3-cost event. Main, draw 1 card. Then your leader gains 1k power until the end of your opponent's next turn. Trigger, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 4k power during this turn. The trigger is obviously better. It's a 3-cost stage, lets you draw a card, then it gives your leader a 1k boost until the end of your opponent's next turn. So it's a semi-permanent, like it lingers, like the boost does linger, but it's only a 1k boost for 3 Dawn. It does replace itself. For 3 Dawn, I don't think I would play this, but obviously with, like, you know, Dressrosa Kingdom and Lucy, this does get value. so you can put bad events, but I mean, you can't. I'm not gonna up the grade of a bad event because there's a good leader in the set, you know? Like, you're not gonna play this in any other leader other than maybe Lucy. You're probably gonna play this in Lucy and probably nowhere else. I would bet. Fire Fist. Fire Fist is a 7 cost event. Holy moly. Main. Up to one of your leaders gain 3k power during this turn and give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 8k power until the end of your opponent's next turn. So that's an 11k power difference if you're gonna swing into something. It's okay. I mean, it's guaranteed removal. Then you may trash 2 cards from your hand. If you do, K up to one of your opponent's characters with 0 power or less. Okay. So up to one of your leaders gain 3k power during this turn. So it's a power buff that does last past the battle, but does it really matter after you swing in with something unless you can restand it? 7 Dawn, that's a lot to ask for. It's kind of like a Red Rock, sort of like a Red Rock, but instead of bottom decking, you're KOing something, and it's only at 8 cost at best. Would this work in Dawn Krieg? So 8, 9, 10. I mean, with Dawn Krieg, you can hit a 10, like a 10k power something. I don't know. I think this is pretty good. I mean, it seems good. It just seems really expensive for what it wants to do. A lot of Dawn to commit. And then this is just watch me ace. Let's see. What do you guys say for yourself? So 4 cost event, just watch me ace. If you have 4 more events in your trash, give this card in your hand minus 3k cost. Ooh, okay. I do like that. Main / counter, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 3k power. Ooh. So this is basically just a better version of, what is it, Guard Point. This is a way better version of Guard Point. Offensive, defensive, built-in cost reduction. This is by far way better than these two. Holy moly. I like this. This is a good event. Wow. I mean, obviously in the Lucy list. I mean, 4 events in trash, that's not too hard. I don't see there being an issue with someone getting 4 events in their trash in a normal deck. And it does let you, I'm gonna say this is probably, I don't want to give it an S, but this is pretty close to an S. I might change my mind later, but this is like right up there. Like, this is far better than these two. I wish these two had this built-in cost reduction, especially this one. Barrier Bull, I wish this had like a -2 cost if you reach the event and trash criteria. This one too, to some extent, I kind of wish this would give itself like a -3, I guess. Like, I would probably pay 3 Dawn or 4 Dawn for this effect. I wouldn't pay 7. But this is great. I like this event. This might end up getting pushed to S if we don't end up reading something better. So this is, let's see, the outcome will tell us who's strong and who's weak. Is a 1 cost event. Main, look at the top 5 of your deck, reveal up to 1 East Blue type card other than this, and add it to your hand. Then place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. You have to reveal it. Deck. Oh, reveal. Yeah, so you do have to reveal it. Trigger, draw 1 card. This is pretty good. It's a good searcher event. These are just like bread and butter. There's no reason not to like these. So I'm going to leave that at A because that's definitely an A class ability. This is an order. It's an order. Do not defy me. The 1 cost event. Main, up to one of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 8 or less, and with 2 or more given Dawn cards, will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase. Okay. So this is freezing. You're going to freeze something with 8 costs or less, but it has to have 2 given Dawn to it. Will this just do it? It's up to one of your, okay, no. So you're going to need to get something else. This is going to have to combo with something else. And then counter, up to one of your Krieg gains 4k power during this battle. What I like about this is that the main, to activate the main ability, you don't have to pay extra Dawn. It's still a 1 cost Dawn to freeze a 8 cost or less, but the stipulation being that they have to have 2 or more given rested Dawn. 2 or more Dawn given. This is good. This is good. Okay. I do like that. All right. Really, was it just 2 events? Okay, wow. Only 2 events for green. I mean, granted, 2 really good events for green. We have a searcher with the trigger, which is pretty good. And then we have what I don't like is I'm not a fan of the counter event because it's only giving something to your Krieg. It's a 4K counter for Krieg only, which how many Kriegs are going to be in the deck? Probably like the leader and then like your boss monster potentially. So I think it's still an A, but you know, it's a very I'm ready to put it at B, but this is like an A ability just because the main ability you don't have to pay extra Dawn into. So our next card is, let's see, it's a memento of him and no one else can have it. Is a 4-cost event. Main, if your leader is Lucy, choose 1, draw 2 cards, trash 1 from your hand. Okay, then play up to 1 Dressrosa type character with a cost of 4 or less from your hand. Ooh, like that. And then it has the second option of return up to 1 stage card from your owner's hand to its owner's hand. Ooh. Okay, dang it. Oh, you know they're gonna ban empty. They're 1000% gonna ban Empty Throne. I can't imagine a world where they don't ban Empty Throne. But if they don't ban Empty Throne, holy moly, is this like an auto 4 of? Like this is like direct emu hate. Like if you're up against emu, you play this and watch them cry. Because I guarantee you no emu player would ever want to play that up for 7, or if they do, they're going to be really, really, really far behind if you force your emu opponent to play out their stage again. Oh, that's good. For 4 Dawn to mess up your emu opponent, that's almost worth it. That's really, really good. Drawing 2. So, okay, if we look at this realistically, so you're drawing 2, you're playing this card. So you play this card from hand, that's -1. You're drawing 2, so you're going up 1 card. And you're trashing a card, so you're breaking even. Then play up to 1 Dressrosa type character with a cost of 4 or less from hand, though. Then we're going down a card in hand, I believe. I think, if that's correct. If I did my math right, which is very likely I didn't, we do go down 1 card in hand, which is technically correct, I guess, because we are playing a 4-cost event, so it does let you play a 4-cost character from hand. So it cycles cards from your hand and it replaces itself with the 4-cost character. That's pretty good. And then of course you have the built-in stage hate, which I think that in itself already pays, you know, that's worth its weight in gold right here. If they don't ban the 4-cost stage, if they ban the 4-cost stage, obviously this drops significantly. Like I would probably say this is probably, okay, we're trying to keep predictions out of our head. I don't know, because getting rid of Empty Throne is such a big deal. Getting rid of Empty Throne is huge. Even getting rid of the Dressrosa Kingdom, or like what other stage is super important in the game? I can't think of another stage that is as powerful as Empty Throne. Like Fulaled is pretty good, but nowhere near the same power. I think for now, we're going to leave it at B because this can either go up with no bans or it can go down with bans. It really does depend what they do with the 7-cost stage Empty Throne. If that stays in the game, obviously this goes up. If it does get banned, then this drops down to a C because then it becomes irrelevant essentially. So our next one is, this is go ahead and use it, Mr. Luffy. It is a 2-cost event. Main, choose 1, draw 2 cards. Okay, so you go up 1 card. Up to 1 of your Dressrosa type characters, game blocker until the end of your opponent's next turn. Okay, I see you. I see you, Bartolomeo. Let's see. Draw 2, so that's essentially, I think that's just, what is it, Sanji's peel off. 3 Dawn to draw 2, that's pretty good. It doesn't have a trigger, which is the, you know, one downside, but in return, you do just turn a character into a blocker for free. Well, not for free, but for 3 Dawn. Honestly, I like this. I actually really like this for Buggy. This would be a really good card for Buggy. I think this is something I would consider adding into my list. So I'm going to definitely look into this. I think I'm going to add this to the Buggy list. It's not searchable, but if I run it at 4, then, you know, I'm eventually going to see it. just the off chance that you can turn like another big body into a blocker, you could turn your shoe buggy into a blocker. That's not bad because it's like an 8 cost character or 8k power character, I believe. But this is good. I like this. I mean, if this is an S, I would have to say this is an S too. I mean, maybe. Honestly, I'm gonna, for now, I think I'm gonna put these up here in S and leave it there for now. I might consider moving those down, but right now, like there's been a lot of bombs in this set. I'm pleasantly surprised with how much stuff is here, but how much good stuff is here. So this is, Would You Let Me Eat the Flame Fruit? Is a 7 cost event. Main, draw 2 cards. Then if your leader is Lucy, your leader gains double attack and 3k power during this turn. Ooh. That's good. Is it 7 Dawn good? I don't think so, but that's pretty good. So for 7 Dawn, you're drawing 2 cards. You're giving your Lucy leader double attack, and it's gonna get 3k power. So this is leader lock. This is leader lock. Unless you want to pay 7 Dawn to draw 2 cards, this is 100% leader lock. Trigger, draw 2 cards. That's pretty good. Double attack and 3k power during this turn. That's pretty, man. That's a 7, 8, 9, 10. If you pay 7 Dawn, you could potentially swing in for 5, 8, 9, 10, 11 for 11k double attack. That's pretty big. I wish it was banished. I'm gonna be real with you. I wish instead of double attack it was banished. Like, it would be just that much more perfect if it was banished. But I'll take double attack. I think this is a good card. This is definitely, I think, an A tier card. And then we've already looked at the stage. Now we're gonna be looking at the purple events. So let's see what we gotta do here. This is Vardier, I believe. It is a 0 cost event. It's a main Dawn -1. If your leader is an L, draw 1 card. Then up to one of your characters gain +2 cost until the end of your opponent's next turn. I don't think I would pay for that. That seems a little silly. Counter, up to one of your nodes gain 2k power during this battle. I'm gonna put it here for now. I'm gonna think about that because I need to see what these other cards do before I make full. What do you know? All you do is you just ramp. You do ramp really hard. But is that worth it though? Do you care about events? You don't care about events. So I'm gonna think about this first for a minute. What about you? Elthor. Elthor is a 0 cost event. Main Dawn -1. If your leader is an L, up to one of your leaders or characters gain 1k power during this turn. Then K up to one of your opponent's characters with 3k power or less. Okay, counter, up to one of your Ls gain 2k power during this turn. I'm pretty low on this. I'm not a huge fan of this. I'm not sure why they made this. Let me keep looking at some of this stuff. Lightning Beast Kitten is a 0 cost event. Dawn -1. If your leader is an L, draw 1 card. Then give up to one of your opponent's characters -1k power during this turn. Okay, this is fine. So for Dawn -1, you're giving the opponent -1k for the turn. So that means if there's something you want to get rid of, you have a better chance of getting rid of it with this, with Lightning Beast. Counter, up to one of your Nels getting 1k. I would say out of the 3, this feels the strongest. These 2 are pretty underwhelming in my opinion. And then we have Lightning Dragon. Let's see what Lightning Dragon it does. Lightning Dragon is a 0 cost event. Main, Dawn -1, draw 1 card. Then up to one of your opponent's rested characters with 6k power or less will not become active until your opponent's next refresh. Ooh, wait. So it's not leader. This is not. Are these all leader locked? These were all leader locked, right? If your leader's an L, no. Yep. So this is not leader locked. Ooh. Okay, I like that. Now I'm paying attention. Now I'm awake. So this is Dawn -1. Draw 1 card. So this replaces itself, and then a 6k power or less will not become active. So this freezes a 6k or less, or 6k power or less. What's nice about this is that it's not like a base cost. So you could potentially get a character 2 6 costs or below, and then freeze it like with this. I like this. This is good. This is really good. And it does replace itself. For Dawn -1, it replaces itself and freezes a character, 1 character, but that's pretty good for 1 Dawn. I like this. This is pretty good. I mean, I might put this up in S But let's see what some of these other ones do. Oh god, what is this? This looks sick, by the way. Like, you know, unrelated, this is probably the cooler looking of the Dawn. Like, this Dawn looks so much cooler because it doesn't have that text box. But the JPEG is pretty crunchy that they used. So this is Mama Ragna. Ragnan. Mama Ragan. Okay. Start the fest. Let's see. This is a 0-cost event. Main, Dawn -2, draw 1 card, then rest up to one of your opponent's characters with 5k power or less. Not leader locked. Up to one of your leaders or characters gain 1k power during this battle. Then, if you have 6 or less Dawn cards on the field, draw 1 card. This is good. This is not as good as Lightning Dragon, but this is second best, I would say. This is third best, and then these, I just wouldn't run these. So that's the purple cards we have in this set. This is Gum Gum Storm. Is a 1-cost event. Main, you may rest one of your Dawn cards, so 2 Dawn. If you have 15 or more cards in your trash up to one of your Straw Hat type characters, getting 3k power during this turn. That's pretty big. That's cool. If you have 15 or more cards in trash up to one of your leaders or characters, gain 4k. Ooh. Okay, I like this. It's good. So, obviously, if you're mono black Straw Hats, this is going to be great. Any Straw Hat card in black just gets a power boost. This is big. This is huge. This is a really good card. Wow, I like that. Okay, I'm down. I'm 1000% down for that. I'm going to keep that at S because this seems really strong. If you have a Straw Hat card, if you have a Straw Hat build in black, like for instance, purple black Luffy, blue black Usopp, or the mono black Luffy that's still in rotation, by the way. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Abby? Right now I'm doing card rankings. I'm ranking OP15 right now. And right now I'm pretty happy. Like, a lot of the stuff seems pretty strong. I'm really excited for this Lucy leader, and these events right here seem pretty decent. I'm gonna go ahead and, yeah, I see Lo. I was checking out the cards myself. Ooh, let me know what you think. This feels like a really strong, like, this feels like a solid set. Like, I'm a little like bummed out about Brook. This Luffy I'm not crazy about, and I'm just not a fan of this Rebecca. I don't like leaders that can attack. But let me know what you think about this stuff. This is pretty cool. I really think these 3 are like by far the best leaders in this set. Enel, out of the 3, Enel is probably the weakest just because it's doing like a Rayleigh type thing where it has deck limitations. Krieg seems pretty good. I really like the top ability of just giving your opponents a blanket -2k. And Lucy is just going to be crazy strong. I think Lucy has a lot of potential. You'll never believe that Yellow is getting even more crazy toys. I can't wait to see. I haven't looked at the characters yet. Characters are going to be a whole separate tier list. But for right now, I mean, like, Yellow Straw Hat stuff, I think is just by default going to be strong. But the starter deck, arguably, the Egghead starter deck, I think it's going to be slightly better than this Luffy, but we'll see. Yeah, but I'm really excited. I'm really excited for Lucy. Lucy seems like a very similar to blue-purple Sanji. And we know that deck is like pretty strong right now. So I see a lot of potential with this leader. It's definitely going to be like one of those evergreen leaders in my eyes. Yeah, I want to see about Black Yellow Luffy. Yep, me too. I want to see about Black Yellow Luffy because we have a lot of crazy strong stuff right now. I really like this Gum Gum Storm for Black Luffy decks. In the deck can still hang. I think it can. Honestly, Black Yellow Luffy, between Nami, Robin, Borsalino, and this Gum Gum Storm, and potentially this other stuff, I'm not sure yet. Oh, the 8-cost Nami, man. Oh, Black Yellow Luffy is going to be like S tier again. I can see it. I can definitely see it. It'd be a good time to invest into it. But let me read this. Swallow Bond on Vanguard. Okay. On Vanguard. So this is 0-cost event. Main, you may rest up to one of your Dawn cards. So it's a, okay, 1-cost event. If your leader has a Straw Hat type, trash 5 cards from the top of your deck. Okay, that's fine. It's like a Sindri ability. Counter, you may trash 1 card from your hand. Up to one of your leaders or characters gain 3k power during this turn. Okay, so this is just like your average 0-cost event. That's nothing to scoff at. Brooke obviously wants this. Black Yellow Luffy obviously wants this. even Black Luffy, like Mono Black Luffy probably wants this as well. I like this. This is like pseudo searching, like trash filling for sure. And then let's see, this is, I find it embarrassing as a human being, is a 1-cost event. It has, if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, up to one of your opponent's characters with a base cost of 5 or less cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next end phase. And trigger activate main. That's pretty good. Okay, hold on. If you have 10 or more cards in your trash, up to one of your opponent's characters with a base cost of 5 or less cannot attack until the end of your opponent's. That's good. I mean, it's removal without really being removal. It's a 1-cost event. Pretty low bar. I think even Crocodile wouldn't be upset to run this. I mean, Enel could even run this technically as well. I don't think Enel would run this, but this is good. I think this is like a pretty appropriate at A. I like this a lot more than some of the other stuff we've seen. Yeah, I think this is good. It's not S tier, but this is really good. And then now we have yellow. Yellow is, just so I can look at it. Let's see. Impact. Ooh. So impact, 2 cost. Main. Pay up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less, then add up to 1 card from the top of your life cards to your hand. Trigger K up to one of your opponent's characters. Wait, is this like, let me look at something real quick. I'm gonna take off my filters for a second. Impact. Isn't this like impact? No. What is the name of that event that got banned? I know what it is. It's a yellow event. Cost. I know it was a 4 cost. Reject, that's what it was. Reject is, hold on, let me look at reject on this side because I can't see from there. Reject is choose 1K up to one of your opponent's characters with a 5 costs. Then it has, if your opponent has 1 less, deal 1 damage to your opponent, then add 1 card from the top. Oh yeah, okay, I understand now. No. Those are 2 completely different cards. Okay, good to know. I'm glad I double checked, because I was about to give that a much higher grade than previously thought. So then stage leaders. Yeah, this is okay. It's not like write home. It's not like you're gonna write home to this or anything like that. Like, this is not something to really brag about. Pay up to one of your opponent's characters with 4 costs or less, then add up to 1 card from the top of your life cards to your hand. Pay up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. For 2 Dawn to KO a 4 cost, that's pretty good. That's efficient removal. But taking a life card to your hand, that would probably be good in something like Black Yellow Luffy, but again, KO, like KOing stuff is not great. You don't really want to be trying to KO things in the current meta because there's so much protection. We have so many ways to protect the board that I don't think this is really the direction you want to be going in. I mean, if KO was more relevant, I would probably leave it at B, but I think because KO is not that great anymore, I would probably put it at C. And then we have this one. This is Gum Gum Golden Rifle. It's a 1-cost event. Main, if your leader has the Straw Hat type, trash 1 card from the top of your life cards, then add it to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards, and trash 1 card from your hand. Okay, so if you can manipulate the top card of your life, of your deck, you can put like a decent trigger at the top of your life. Counter, up to one of your leaders gain 4k power during this turn. Okay, so this is basically just a 4k counter with a bonus effect. I think like baseline, that's going to be pretty good. Because baseline, you just have a Radical Beam, right? Like, it doesn't have an event. Yeah, so many boards have blanket removal protection. It alone KOs protection. Yeah, let alone KO. That's true. That's exactly why, like, it's good. I don't think it's bad, but like, it needs to be doing, like, for taking a card from your life to your hand, I think it needs to do something a little bit better. If this game went in a different direction, I think it could easily be a B, but I think just the way the game is going, I don't think this is like anything above C. So I would agree with that. That's a good call. But this Gum Gum Golden Rifle, this is just like, you know, just gravy on top. It's like a Radical Beam, but with, you know, just a cherry on top. There's no reason not to have this if you have a Straw Hat list that's yellow. Like in Nami, I can definitely see Nami using this. I don't see why you wouldn't. Even Calgara, because it is, no, you can't use it in Calgara. That's probably the one thing holding it back, is that it is leader locked to Straw Hats. And then our next card is, let's see, Queso. Queso is a 1-cost event. Main, draw 1 card, places itself. Then give up to 1 Rested Dawn card to one of your Sky Island type characters, leaders, or characters. Okay. Trigger, if your leader has the Sky Island type, draw 2 cards. Ooh, I like that trigger. That's a good trigger. Draw 1 card. Then give 1 Rested Dawn card to your... I don't know. I think if this was blue, this could work really well with Lucy if this was a blue event. In yellow, I don't think yellow really needs this, because why would you pay a Dawn to play a character? No, why would you pay a Dawn to play this event to then give something a Rested Dawn when you could just give a Dawn to your character with no restrictions? I think the only slight benefit is the fact that it cycles itself. Like you can cycle this card out. I think if this was a blue or red event, it would probably go like either, it would probably be a B if it was a blue event, but because it's a yellow event that's pretty type locked, I wouldn't put this anything above a C right now. In fact, I might put this at like F. I don't think this is like a great card. Yeah, I think this is like more of an F. I can't imagine this being good. Yeah, because it cycles itself, but you know, why don't you just give a Dawn to your character and just not waste the card? So I think that's pretty much where we're gonna leave it for the first half of the ranking list. So far, this is pretty well. This is a good sign for a good set. Where some of these things, like I know for a stage, this might seem a little high for a stage, but compared to other stages minus the Empty Throne, this is like a top tier stage. Like Empty Throne is just a whole nother level, but this is like, this is definitely like second best or third best stage. Honestly, this is like second best stage to play in the game, because not only does it replace itself, but it, you know, just turns your cards into 2K counters. Yeah, I'm super excited for this Lucy. Lucy has so many fun little tools to play with in this new set. All right, excellent. All right, I need to clear this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just refresh the page. Let that clear. Nope. Where is... Oh, dang it. Get me back to the tier list. There we go. All right, we're back at the tier list. And now we're going to be looking at only characters. So buckle in, get your popcorn, get your sodas, use the bathroom, because holy moly, this is going to take a while. We have a lot of characters to go through. And I'm pretty excited. I think just based off of the events and the leaders, I feel like we're going to have some pretty good characters to read through. I have a lot of hope for this set right now. So let's see, Alvida. Alvida is a 5-cost 6k power, 1k counter. If this character would be KO'd, you may trash 1 card with 6k power or less from your hand instead. Built-in protection. Okay. Activate main once per turn. You may give one of your opponent's Rested Dawn cards to one of your opponent's characters. Give up to 1 Dawn card from the owner's cost area to the owner's leader or one of the owner's characters. So, okay. So, with Dawn Krieg in mind, we're starting to meet that criteria of having given Dawn, of forcing our opponents to give Dawn characters. However, what's cool about this is that it can give Dawn to someone else. So if you want, you could give 2 Dawn to 1 character and then use Krieg's ability to do his thing. Or you could give you can give one of your Dawn to either your Krieg leader, which then activates his first ability of giving your opponent's board minus 2k, or give it to a character so they can swing harder into something. This feels like an auto include. This feels pretty good. I like this Alvida. I mean, I'm not crazy. I mean, this is obviously East Blue Alvida, which is appropriate. This is what she looked like during the East Blue. So happy to see her represented in this way. Character protection, has built-in protection, KO protection specifically. and then it can move Dawn around. I like that. I think this is appropriate at A. I think that's pretty appropriate. So this is C-Cat. C-Cat is a 1-cost 0k power, 1k counter. On play, if your leader has 0 less power, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 3k power during the turn. It's Alabast. Okay, that makes sense. This is a VV card. Just alpha principle. Out of principle, I hate when they want your leader to not be swingable. So just out of principle, I'm gonna put it at C. I'm sure it's good in VV, but I don't like not having a character that can swing. I don't like having a leader that can't swing. For 1 Dawn to give something minus 3 power, that is good because that's like what? That's like Otama or the Three Brothers. But those are 2k events and they're just as cheap. Honestly, yeah, no, I just talked myself into it. That's an F card. So Kabaji, what do you gotta say for yourself? Kabaji, 2-cost 3k power, 1k counter. When attacking, if your opponent has 1 or more given Dawn cards, this character gains 3k power during this turn. So a 6k for 2 Dawn. That's pretty good. Holy moly. I like this. Again, this is like an auto include for Krieg. I'm liking this. Krieg's doing pretty good. So far, he's got the big W right now. So this is Cavendish, 4-cost, 4k power, 2k counter. If you have 1 or more events in your trash, this character gains 2k power. Oh, another 6k. I mean, clearly, Kabaji is far stronger than Cavendish, just based off of these effects alone. But that's pretty good. 4 events, that's pretty easy. I mean, in general, like I said earlier, it's not impossible for just a random deck to have 4 events in trash. That's not unheard of. So this could go into other decks. It doesn't have to go into the Lucy list. You could just put this in any other red deck that just uses a lot of events. And then you just got a 4-cost 6k power. That's a 2k counter on top of it. That's good. Oh wow, that's good. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. All right, Jin. Are you going to be able to hold the line? Jin is a 6-cost 7k power, 1k counter. On play, if your leader has the East Blue type, play up to 1 character with a cost of 5 or less from your hand. Okay. So you're going to be able to play out Alvida, Kabaji. You could play Cavendish if you want. No, can you? Because he's not East Blue. Okay, so I see. All right, that's not bad. You know, swarming the board. That's pretty solid. I like to swarm the board. And then we have Krieg. Krieg, are you gonna break the? Are you gonna break the A tier? So Krieg is an 8-cost 9k power, no counter on play. Give up to 3 of your opponents. Okay, give up to 3 of your opponent's rested Dawn cards to 1 of your opponent's characters. Then this character gains Rush. Ooh, okay. Activate main once per turn. If this character was played on this turn, give all your opponent's characters minus 1k power for each Dawn card given to that character during this turn. Okay, let me read that again. Activate main once per turn. If this character was played on this turn, so it's an on-play ability, give all your opponent's characters minus 1k power for each Dawn card given to that character during this turn. Okay. Okay, so you do the on-play first, and then you do the activate main to then give your opponent's board a blanket minus 1k. That's pretty good. I like that. And it's only 8 Dawn. So that leaves, like, on your 10 Dawn turn, that leaves 2 extra Dawn for events. And that's pretty big. During this turn, okay, give all your opponents. Oh, but it's only during this turn. So once it's your opponent's turn, it goes away. Makes it a little bit weaker, but not by a lot. So it essentially turns this into a 10k swing. We turn our Krieg into a 10k power character. We are giving 3 Dawn to something, which is turning on the leader ability of giving everything a minus 2k on their board. Essentially making this a 12k swing. I like this. This is good. I don't think this is breaking into S, but this is probably a really good A card. Like that's pretty solid. Kobe, it's okay. You can hang up here for a minute. Kobe is a 1-cost 2k power, 2k counter. If you have a character with a base cost of 7 or less that would be removed from the field by your opponent's effects, you may give your leader minus 2k power during this turn. Ugh. Okay. So here we go. Okay, we have forward protection. This is all forms of protection. So this protects from trash. It protects from bottom decking, from KO, from bouncing. Wow, that's good. The only stipulation is that it's a minus 2k to your leader during this turn, though. No, during this turn that means no. Because if your opponent is trying to remove something when they're swinging in, so let's say your opponent is trying to swing into you, or your opponent is trying to red rock something, you can give your leader minus 2k power, and then basically your entire opponent's board is gonna go after your leader because it's like a 3k or a 5k now. You know, best case scenario, it's a 5k. It's good. This is really good. It's a 2k counter, one cost. It's a one cost 2k counter. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Oh, I like this. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at S. I think it's good enough because it's a 2k counter. Let's see. Nezumi is a 2 cost, 2k power, 1k counter. Activate main once per turn. Give it to one rested Dawn card to one of your leaders. Card to your leader or one of your characters. This moves Dawn around. I think it's similar to the Nami. This is basically just updated Nami. If your Nami is gonna rotate out, obviously you probably just end up playing this. So that's fine. I think it's fine. It's like a B. I think that's a fair B. Pearl, what do you gotta say for yourself? Pearl, oh my god. What a face. Holy moly, that's scary. I don't like that face, Pearl. Pearl is a 4 cost, 4k power, 1k counter. Opponent's turn. If your leader has the East Blue type, this character gains blocker and 2k. Okay. So 4 cost, 6k power, blocker on KO. If your leader has the East Blue type, KO to one of your opponent's characters with 6k base power or less. Okay, so it's like a what's his name? Oh, the Revokai, the hack. This is like hack essentially. Yeah, honestly, this is good. Hack is really good. I think B is fine potentially. Well, honestly, I would probably let me rethink some of these characters. That's a 2k counter. I think Jen is a decent B. Okay. Yeah, I think B's fine. I think B's okay. Buggy. All right, Buggy. That's a really good art. Who did the art for this? Podgy. It's TV animation One Piece Podgy. Okay. I like this. This is really good. I'd love to see this frame. So Buggy is a 3 cost, 4k power, 1k counter. When attacking, give it to one rested Dawn card to its owner's leader or one of their characters. So very similar to the Alvida, but you don't have to give Dawn. This is just like for every other character. On KO, draw 1 card. It doesn't boost its own power, which is probably the only downside. I like that it has a when attacking, give a rested Dawn card. So it's pretty similar to Nezumi. Nezumi can do it without attacking. And it's an activate main, so you don't have to swing. Okay. It does work with Dawn Krieg, but that's about it. On KO, draw a card. And it is 1 Dawn more. I think it's comparable to Nezumi, but Buggy I think is arguably weaker than this Nezumi, but I do like it. And I really like the art. This is sick art. I really love what they did there. That's really good Buggy art. If I've ever seen some. Let's see, what is this? Hasami. Hasami is a 4 cost, 2k power, 2k counter. If your leader has 0 power or less, give this card in your hand minus 2 costs. Okay, it's a blocker. 2 cost, 2k. Okay, so it's a 2 cost blocker. I mean, it's gonna be a C just because it's a 2k counter. Like 2k counters are always gonna be useful in the game, but paying 2 Dawn for a 2k powered blocker, and only if your leader is a 0 power or less. That's pretty bad. This is pretty bad. The only saving thing about it is that it's a 2k counter, but everything else about this is like, I'm not crazy about it. I don't like it. All right, Mr. Bardo. Bartolomeo is a 4-cost 6k power, no counter. If this character would be KO'd, you may trash one event from your hand instead. Okay, so we already have Lucy synergy here. On play, activate up to one of your Dressrosa type events with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. Ooh. Ooh. That sounds interesting. I like the sound of this. Let's see. Hold on. Let's do a little bit of research. So we're going to do red, blue, cost 3, 2, 1. We have 0. Let's put this at 0. And then Dressrosa. Let's see. Type, event. So these are the only events that we can use with this. This is Dressrosa. What is this? Don't doubt a woman's tears. Up to one of your leader's characters gain during this turn, then reveal up to 1. Play 1 character with a cost of 2. Okay, so that's okay. This is look at the top 5, reveal it, Dressrosa, add it to your hand, place the rest. Okay, that's the searcher. This is draw 1 card, then rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less. Okay. And then we have this one. 3k power, pay up to one of your opponent's characters. Okay, ooh, this is good. Okay, honestly, these are some pretty good stuff. I like this. Okay, all right, I'm on board. So we're gonna do set 15. We're gonna go back to characters, get rid of all these filters. Yeah, Bartolomeo, it sounds pretty good, especially for Lucy. There's a few extra Dressrosa cards, or a few extra events in Dressrosa that are pretty good to play out for free. Yeah, I think this is like a decent A. This is a really good A. This could have the potential of being better in the future if they continue to support the Dressrosa archetype for events. What's his name? Higuma. There you go. 1 cost, 1k power, 2k counter. On play, give up to 1 Dawn card from your opponent's cost area to one of your opponent's. Give up to 1 Dawn card from your opponent's cost area to one of your opponent's characters. Can you give a active Dawn? Because it doesn't specify that it has to be rested. It can be an active Dawn, I believe. Then give it to one of your opponent's characters with 1 or more given Dawn cards minus 1k power during. Oh, that's good. It's a 2k counter that can potentially mess up your opponent's defense, because right now it doesn't specify. It doesn't specify if it has to be rested or not. It just says give up to 1 Dawn card from your opponent's cost area to one of your opponent's characters. So potentially the way I read this is that if your opponent has an active Dawn, you can give that active Dawn to one of your opponent's characters for 1 Dawn. That's pretty good. Honestly, this is good. I think this is like I'm gonna be honest, Higuma, I don't like this character. I didn't even realize he really had a name, but I would say this is a really good S tier ability. If this works the way I think it does, the way I think it works is that you can potentially mess up your opponent's active Dawn. So I could see this as a way of messing up your opponent's active Dawn if you're going for like a, you know, for the win. If you're trying to swing in for game, you can get rid of one of your opponent's Dawn. So that's like getting rid of like a 4-cost event from your opponent's hand for 1 Dawn. I mean, that seems pretty strong. And it's not locked to characters or anything. I think this is like a secret hit for a common. There's something wrong here. There's something I'm not reading into. This doesn't seem right. For a common to get rid of one of your opponent's active Dawn. Yeah, I mean, I like this. This is really good. I think this is better than it probably reads, because it doesn't specify if it has to be rested. So you could potentially give an active Dawn to one of your opponent's characters and then go swing in for game. Like imagine doing this to Emu. You play like 3 of these on your when you're gonna swing into Emu. You get rid of like 3 ground deaths. You get rid of 3 it never existed. That's for 1 Dawn each. That's pretty big. I think this is like secret tech. This is gonna be like a sleeper card. 100% this is a sleeper card. For a common, that's insane. I might be like overhyping this card, but I feel like this is really good. This is just a vanilla. I'm not like crazy about that. Morgans, what do you guys say for yourself, Morgans? Morgans is a 5-cost 6k power, 1k counter. Blocker, activate main once per turn. You may give one of your opponent's rested Dawn cards to one of your opponent's characters. Give up to 1 Dawn card from your owner's cost area to its owner's leader or one of the owner's characters. So this is the Alvida effect. Better? Yeah, this is just Alvida, but better. Does that mean Alvida is a B tier? I don't know. Is it the blocker? Give up to one of your opponent's rested Dawn cards, one of your opponent's characters. You may give one of your opponent's rested Dawn cards to one of your opponent's characters. 1 Dawn card from its owner's area to leader. Yeah. So this is just like, this is just better Alvida. I would just play this over Alvida. Morgan seems a lot better. Moji. Moji is a 2-cost 3k power, 1k counter. When attacking, K up to one of your opponent's characters with 1 or more given Dawn cards and 3k power or less. I mean, I guess it's probably fine. I don't see the importance. Yes, I did put the Higuma. Honestly, listen. I think this is an S tier. This reads like an S tier ability because it doesn't specify if the Dawn has to be rested. So in my head, it is, let's see, not active. It doesn't say, it doesn't specify. I could be wrong. There could be something wrong with the translation. If the translation's off, then obviously, you know, this is like, you know, a C card. If the translation's off. But if the translation's correct, it doesn't specify the always rested. Let me see. I'm gonna look on a separate window. Let's see. Let's see. I need to read the errata text or like Higuma. Where is Higuma? All right, Higuma. What do you have to say for yourself? Doesn't say, let's see. Hold on. OP14. Or it only has the old one here. Where's the updated one? Where's the let me see. Here we go. All right, Higuma. Give up to one of your opponents. Oh, you're right. Dang it. Oh, I'm so mad. Yeah, you're right. The official translation, give up to one of your opponent's rested Dawn cards to one of your opponent's characters. Oh, I hate this game. Oh, I hate this. Oh, you know what? Just for that, I'm so, dang it. Why did you have to burst my bubble? I was so happy. Site says it's rested. Yeah. I'm on the site and I'm reading the card. Music. I love this. It's okay. No, I'm glad you said something because I was gonna post. I'm posting this VOD to YouTube, and I would have been clowned on if people saw that. So this is more so on like Party Kaizoku. He messed up the translation because holy moly, if this was the actual translation, I would have been like over the moon. That makes so much sense, man. Oh, my heart. My poor heart. I mean, okay. I'm going to put it up here because it is a 2k counter. At the end of the day, it's a 2k counter. So it's not a bad card, but man, oh, I got burnt. That is so funny. I love that. All right, let's move on to green. On the upside, we got Harlem Nights music. That's true. Yeah. It's a pretty good playlist. This is just like a, a Nintendo music to listen to while you relax or head empty. So I recommend it. So Arlong is a 4 cost 5k power 1k counter. On KO, up to 2 of your opponent's rested cards will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase. That's good. That's something green does, like, in general. Man, this is like really cool art, by the way. I love the style that they did with like the limited shading, because it's only 2 tones. He has no highlights from what I can tell. Very thick outlines, like super cell shaded. The background has a very like wood art style to it. I love all the circles and stuff. Like it's very, the background really does a good job making you focus in on Arlong. That's good. I like this. This art's already like a 10 out of 10. I've never seen East Blue Arlong look this cool. Let's see, activate main. Once per turn, you may give one of your opponent's rested Dawn cards to one of your opponent's characters. Give up to 1 Dawn card from the owner's cost area to its owner's leader or one of its owner's characters. So this is just another one of those Albedo effects, but it does have an on KO up to 2 of your opponent's rested cards. So your opponent's not going to swing into this. Your opponent's going to avoid swinging into this. It's going to give Dawn. So I think this is at least an A. Better than Alvida, about as good as Morgan's. Morgan's is a blocker. Arlong is going to be your swinger. Yep. Yeah, nice 2k 1 Dawn card. Yeah, you can give them to an active Dawn with this thing. Wait, can you? You may give one of your opponent's rested Dawn cards to one of your opponent's characters. Give up to 1 Dawn card from your owner's cost. Can you? Wait, do they all do that? Give up to 1 Dawn card from your... Oh, okay. Oh, so there... Is that legit? I'm nervous. Let me see. I'm gonna look this up because now I'm nervous about it. Let me double check. Let me read the scribes. So give up to 1 rested Dawn card from your owner's cost area to... No, this is the same thing. It's giving rested Dawn. So this is doing the same thing as what's his name? This guy over here. So they're doing the same thing. Higuma and Arlong are doing the same thing. It's okay. You see, like, Card D Kaizoku. Like, this dude needs to... This guy's a menace, man. He's making these cards seem way stronger than they actually are. Oh, that's funny. Don't worry. Oh. It all says rested. Yeah. I had to double check. I didn't want to get caught with my pants down again. You know, fool me once, shame on me, man. But honestly, yeah. I mean, it's still good because, like, what I like about these cards, what I like about this effect is that it can do it to your opponent or to your own characters. So you could give your characters a rested Dawn, doing extra things with it. So I do like that part of the effect. Again, it would be cool if you can move active Dawn, but I think they're purposely trying to work around that. So Usopp, what do you gotta do? What are you doing, Usopp? Usopp is a 4 cost 5k power 1k counter. Opponent's turn. This character cannot be rested by effects of your opponent's leader or characters and gain blocker. Okay, this is good. This is like good anti-green in green. So I love when they do that. I love when they give the answer in the same color to the problem. On KO, rest up to 1 of your opponent's leaders or characters with 7. Wait, rest up to 1 of your opponent's leaders or characters with the cost of 7 or less. This has to be a translation. Okay, now I'm like sussing this guy out. Because let's see, on KO, rest up to 1 of your opponent's leaders or characters cards with the cost. Okay, cards. All right. He is right here. Characters. So leader or character cards with the cost of 7 or less. On KO. I mean, that's pretty good. Rest up to 1 of your opponent's characters with the cost of 7 or less. So I don't know why it says opponent's leader or characters. That seems a little strange. Man, I want to give my opponent's active Dawn to their character. I do. I really do. Oh, you have no idea. That's like the biggest gotcha moment, right? Like, imagine if this Higuma actually did that. If Higuma was like the gotcha card of like, hey, I'm giving your, you know, that Dawn you had, you know, up for defense? Not anymore. Good luck. Good luck, Bozo. Honestly, they really gotta look into that. I really hope that's an ability or an effect that they look into in the future. This is good. I think this is like definitely A rank. This is probably one of the strongest blockers we've seen because it protects itself from getting rested, and then on KO it does rest something in response. That's good. I like this. This is a really good blocker. And then Kuro is 7 cost, 7k power, 1k counter, blocker. A lot of blockers. Okay. On play, give up to 2 of your opponent's Dawn cards to one of your opponent's characters. Then, at the end of this turn, up to one of your opponent's rested characters with 3 or more given Dawn cards will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase. That's good. For 7 Dawn, if they have 3 rested Dawn, so this is giving one of your opponent's characters 2 rested Dawn. So you just have to, you know, use one of these other abilities to give it that extra Dawn for it to not become active. So this freezes 7 cost blocker that freezes an opponent's rested characters. I think it's good. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this one actually doesn't say don't get my hopes up. Don't get my hopes up. So this is Kuro we're looking at, right? I think to be safe, we're just gonna assume that they all say rested, right? Give up to 2 Dawn cards from your opponent's cost area to one of your opponent's characters. Then at the end of this turn, no, wait. Give up to 2 Dawn cards from your opponent's rest. Okay, wait. So the official text: give up to 2 Dawn cards from your opponent's cost area to one of your opponent's characters. So this one is not specifying rested. Well then, you know what? I think you're right. Honestly, I think you're right. Here we did it, boys. We finally did it. We got our gotcha card. It only took us 7 Dawn. It took us 7 Dawn to give our opponent's rested act. Well, took 7 Dawn to give our opponent's active Dawn to one of their characters, but we finally did it. I think you're right. This from reading the scriptures, this one could potentially give active Dawn to an opponent's character. So we finally have a character that can mess up your opponent's field. Granted, it cost us most of our Dawn, but that's fine. Granted, it costs 7 Dawn, so it's just worth. Yeah. It is worse Hody Jones, but I mean, hey, it does the thing. It does the thing. But you're right, it is worse than Hody Jones. Oh, that's rough. Well, I mean, is it worse than Hody Jones? I mean, it doesn't have rush, but it does freeze a character. It has the potential of freezing a character, and it does mess up their active Dawn. So you're getting 3 things of value out of this. You're getting rid of 2 active Dawn, and you are potentially freezing something. And you're getting a blocker. I think you're not getting the rush. Krieg is here for the rush. Kuro is mostly here for the blocker. Does that make it an S tier ability? For 7 Dawn, mess up your opponent's defenses. That gives you 3 Dawn to swing in. I think so. I think just for the sake of the bit, I think I'm willing to put it here. Let's see. Are we gonna have a card in 15 that low-key worse than the card? You bring up a good point. Honestly, I think it's like just below high B or A. I think A. Honestly, I'll go with you with A. But I'm just happy that we finally got there. We finally got there. We finally found a card that can move active Dawn. Holy moly. It just took us like 7 Dawn to do it. So this is a look at the top 3. So this is Django. 1 cost, 2k power, 1k counter. On play, look at the top 3 of the top of your deck. Reveal 1 East Blue and add it to your hand. Then place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. Activate main. You may trash this card or trash this character. Give it to one of your opponent's rested Dawn cards to one of your opponent's characters. I mean, this is fine. It's a searcher that does something a little extra. I actually really like these searchers. Like searchers that do something else are really good. So I'm pretty happy with this. I think it's fine at B because it is just a searcher at the end of the day, and it does it does do the Dawn Krieg thing. It does the Krieg thing, so I'm not upset by that. Okay, Mihawk, You better be good. Let's see. 4 cost, 5k power, 2k counter. On play, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with one or more given Dawn cards. Ooh, wait. Rest up to one of your opponent's characters with one or more given Dawn cards. I think this is really good. I think this is definitely an S because it's resting Mihawk. Make sure I'm not crazy. Rest up to one of your opponent's characters. Okay, yeah. So this is just resting anything that has given Dawn. So before Dawn, rest an opponent's character if they have a given Dawn card. And it's a 2k counter on top of that. This is board protection. This is resting. I think I'm okay with this. I like this. Only searchers 3, but Dawn Cree runs exactly East Blue. Yeah, I think it's fine. Like if it did top 5, it'd be better, but top 3 is fine. Usually you're looking at 3 or 5. You know, that's 3 is probably the lowest you're gonna go with the searcher. But I like this 2k counter. It's a 2k counter East Blue that can rest anything that has given Dawn. So if your opponent has a 10, like if your opponent is still running the 10 drop blocker Whitebeard, you can give a Dawn to it and then rest it. That's pretty good. Because like what you use Morgan's, you can use your Krieg in response. You can use your Arlong and then just rest it. So it's like potentially if these characters are already out, it's only 4 Dawn, but if you have to combo it, it can get a little more expensive. I think it's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with this. So far, we'll leave it at S, and then we'll move it around if it ends up being not so great. So, Meow Band Brothers is a 1 cost, 2k power, 2k counter on play. If your leader has the East Blue type, give up to 1 Dawn card from your opponent's cost area to one of your opponent's characters. Okay, so here you go. If you want to combo, I mean, rest something for 5 Dawn, that's not a bad rate. If your board is empty and you want to rest something, 5 Dawn at most, potentially, pretty good. Or if you have one of these characters still out, it's only 4 Dawn. Let's see. The yellow Izo and the Yamato deck. In my opinion, one of that says 2 Dawn, this character has blocker. I think I know which one you're talking about. The Izo from the starter deck, right? It's the... Check the archives on the Meow Band, by the way. Oh no. Does this not do what I think it does? Hold on. This leader has the East Blue type. Give up to 1 Dawn card from your opponent's cost area. Let's see. So... yeah. On play, if your leader has the East Blue type, give up to 1 Dawn card from your... oh, wait! Give up to 1 Dawn card from your opponent's cost area to one of your... oh! Oh, wait, we got there. We got there. Holy moly. It's a 1 cost. A 1 cost 2k counter that moves an active Dawn, that can potentially move an active Dawn to an opponent's character. I mean... what? This is what the red... yep, it's supposed to... yep. You're exactly right. This is exactly what I thought this was. Holy moly, let's go. All right, yeah, okay. Kuro, yeah, Kuro is probably... I'd be okay with putting Kuro at B because this exists now. That's a lot of good 2Ks, holy moly. Honestly, yeah, because you keep the 2Ks in hand, close to end game. If you're gonna try to swing in for game to your opponent, you play like 1 or 2 of these out, rest their defensive Dawns, and you're good to go. It doesn't specify. It doesn't specify if it's active or not. Oh, let's go, man. Finally, we got there. Like this bum, this bum, get out of here, man. We got the Meow Band Brothers. Let's go. Secret tech right there. Finally. And then Kuma. Kuma is a 4 cost, 5k power, 1k counter. On play, up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less cannot be rested until the end of your opponent's next end phase. The cost 5 cannot be rested until the end of your opponent's next end phase. I mean, it's probably fine. Like, it's a little underwhelming for like a blue card. Higuma wishes he could be this cool. Yeah. For real, man. He wishes. Look at that. He doesn't have anyone backing him up, man. It's just him. Did you notice, by the way, it looks like he has Griffith in this picture. I don't know why. It looks like he has Griffith or like Shanks. It looks like he has Shanks' sword or Ace's sword. The oh no, Rogers Ace, which is the sword that he uses. It looks very similar to his sword. Very strange. I just noticed that. But yeah, Meow Brothers MVPs, and they're uncommon. Let's go. Not gonna be crazy expensive. It's a green card, which is a little upsetting. I'm not a big fan of green, but you know what? Beggars can't be chooser. So I'm down for this. Oh man, this guy's not looking too hot. Let's see. Hiyu Zhou. That's a tough name. So he's just a vanilla 2K counter. That's like fine. Like if you get him in draft, you'll probably be okay. Pudding. Is that his name? Pudding? It is. Pudding. Okay. Pudding is a 2-cost 2K power, 1K counter. I feel like this guy would be related to Big Mom. On play, select to one of your opponent's rested characters. If the selected character cost is equal to the number of Dawn cards given to that character, KO that character. Ugh. Too many hoops to jump through. I could care less. Not a big fan. Brooke, what do you gotta say for yourself, Brooke? Brooke is a 6-cost 6K power, 1K counter. On play, rest up to one of your opponent's cards. Okay, so again, we got another thing that can rest a Dawn. That's pretty good. For 6 Dawn, that's fine. Activate main, you may trash this character if your leader has the Straw Hat type. Set up to one of your characters with a base cost of 8 or less as active. That's a little more interesting. That's a little better because you get to restand an 8 cost. So with leader ability, you swing in once. Let's say like you're playing not Nami. Nami's like a 6K power. Let's say Crocodile. 8 cost Crocodile has like 10K power. You swing in with Crocodile, you restand him with your Brooke ability, and then you swing in again, you activate this ability, crashing this character to restand Crocodile again to swing in for a 3rd time. That's pretty good. That's like what? That's like a jankier version of 9-cost Zoro. That's okay. And then on play, rest an opponent's card. It could be anything. It could be their stage. It could be their Dawn. It could be... Yeah, that's fine. For 6 Dawns, like 1 Dawn cheaper, has an activate main, which means you can immediately just do it. Yeah, I like this. This is a good card. All right, Hody Jones. What do you guys say, Hody Jones? Hody Jones is a 4-cost 5K power, 1K counter. On play, set up to one of your Fishman type leaders as active. Then add 1 card from the top of your life to your hand. This is Hody Jones support. What the heck? Hody Jones? Where'd you come from? Why are you here, Hody Jones? Fishman Island, new Fishman Pirates. Set your Fishman type leader as active. Then add up to one of your opponents. Okay. Add 1 card from the top of your life cards to your hand. I mean, this would probably be good with Jinbei as well. Like, if you're playing the green Jinbei, you could just restand it and swing in again for the cost of a card in life. That's okay. Hody Jones support, let's go. I would have never seen the day. I didn't think they were going to give that card support. York is... let's see. I feel like Zanji, like this card, never plays Zanji though, so you know what? That's a good point. Wait. This one though? Up to, or are you talking about Brooke? If your leader has... Oh yeah, you could play this with Zanji, with the Zora Zanji starter deck. That's true. You could also play it with Brooke. What else can you play it with? Oh, Luffy, the green purple Luffy could use this. Oh, 6K. The Rush Luffy, the 6-cost Rush Luffy. You can use this because that can restand itself, and then you get to restand it again. So green purple Luffy probably also wants this. That's a good call. See, everyone thinks there's support for Hody Jones or Jinbei, but nobody really ready for Arlong. Oh, that's right. Green yellow Arlong. Do you live village in 1 turn? Oh my, oh, that's so good. That is so good. Hold on. Just for the sake. Are we talking about this Arlong? The Arlon that's gonna rotate out. No, but you bring up a good point. Look at this. So 2 Dawn attach when attacking, pay 1, play up to 1 character with the cost of 4 or less, and a trigger from your hand. That's a good call. That's hot right there. Holy moly. That's good. That is also very funny. You know what? The East had their chance. The East had their chance. Now it's our turn. It's our turn to bring back Arlon for like the 3rd or 4th time. Never mind, that Arlon is getting banned. Yeah, it's rotating out. But hey, in the Eternal format, this is gonna be a monster of a combo. I'll tell you what. Did we look at York? No, we haven't looked at York yet. York is a 1 cost 0k, 2k counter. Your turn on play, up to 1 of your broke gain 2k power during this turn. It's a 2k counter that can buff your leader potentially. I think it's fine. I got no issues. It's like Dawn positive, which is a good sign. But I would not play out a 2 cost for no reason. I also love the little the baby Laboon in the background. Really cool to get like Yorkie art. Don't really see that. And then we have the big Laboon. Or rotating, yeah, it's rotating. But Eternal format, man, you gotta watch out. That's a hit right there. So Laboon is a 1 cost 2k power, 2k counter. If you have a character with a base cost of 7k or less that would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may rest 2 of your cards. Oh, okay. Ooh, you know what? This is really good with Mihawk. This is another Kobe. This is basically just another Kobe. This is way better than Kobe though. I'll be real. Yeah, same power stipulation. You may rest 2 of your cards instead. This is really good for Mihawk. Like, imagine if you have the 9 cost Mihawk. If you have the 9 cost Mihawk out, you could just rest it and use its ability. I honestly, I forgot what 9 cost Mihawk does, but I know that it wants to rest itself. So this is a really good way to rest your Mihawk. If you don't want to use You Can Be My Samurai, because I know You Can Be My Samurai is another way to do this. But that's pretty good. I like that. That's meta relevant because Mihawk definitely wants to play with that. Ryuma is a 6 cost AK power, no counter, on play / when attacking. K up to 1 of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 4 or less. So this is I mean, this is better Ryuma. We have a 4 cost Ryuma currently. The 4 cost Ryuma does the same thing, but it does it on play / on KO. So this is a little more active. For 2 extra Dawn, you're getting, well, yeah, it's literally just, you know, double the stats almost, because the original Ryuma is a 4 cost 6k power. This is a 6 cost 8k power. And it has a when attacking, which is more relevant. I mean, Perona really loves this. This is what Perona lives for. Very unfortunate though that KO is just not great. But this is good. Like, honestly, I like this a lot. I really wish it was better. Honestly, as like as just a vanilla body that can occasionally KO things, not bad. I think it's good. Yeah, I like this. And it's Thriller Bark, so it's Thriller Bark Searcher. Lana Wano, funny enough. I think that's interesting. I mean, it makes sense. Ryuma's from the Lana Wano, so it makes sense that he would be. But I think that's like a B ability. Even though like we have a lot of KO protection, just having a vanilla body is decent. I think it's decent enough to be like a B tier ability. All right. We got blue. Let's see. We got 3 more colors. No, 4. Oh man, we got a lot of colors to go through. We just scratched the surface. All right. Okay, Viola is a look at the top 3, reveal 1 Dressrosa, add it to your hand, then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So if we're saying that Django is better, honestly, Django might go up 1. No, I think I'm okay, because like this is literally just a searcher. That's a 2k counter as well, which, I mean, it's a 2k counter. This is a 1k counter. This is still searching for a Dressrosa card. Actually, it can search itself. Can you search yourself? Oh yeah, you can search for yourself. Okay, so you can chain your searching. Yeah, this is good. Honestly, yeah, this is more of like a B. I like this. Yeah, sit over here. There you go. Next card, Orlumbus. Oh yeah, Orlumbus is going to be a 3 cost, 4k power, 1k counter on KO, draw 1 card. So he does replace himself. Activate main once per turn, you may place one of your characters at the bottom of its owner's deck. This character gains rush during this turn. How do I feel about this? I'm not crazy about this. It's nice that it has an on KO, so you know, even if it dies, it replaces itself in hand. It can get rushed, but you have to bottom deck one of your cards, which you're probably gonna bottom deck like a Viola, but do you really want to be doing that? Because Viola is still a swingable body. I mean, potentially. And Orlumbus is a 4 cost. No, 4k power. I'm not super crazy about this. I'm not a big fan of Orlumbus. I think he's okay. He has rush, which rush is pretty rare in blue, so I do give him the credit for that. I just don't like the restrictions. Let's see. Kairos is a 3 cost, 5k power, no counter. It's a good sign. On play, you may trash 1 card from your hand. If your leader is Rebecca, this character gains rush during this turn. On KO, add this character card from your trash to your hand. Okay, so he does recycle himself. Very similar to, I mean, kind of similar to Crocodile, but for 3 Dawn instead of 8. And it does get rush in the Rebecca list. So this is supposed to be your Rebecca swing, you know? I do like that. If you're going to play Rebecca, this is mandatory in the list, which is a little unfortunate. But beyond that, there's not much going on here. Like, do you want to play this? No, you can't play this in, I mean, you can play this in Lucy, but Lucy doesn't really care about this. I think it's mandatory in Rebecca. I think that alone, I would put it in A because it's mandatory in Rebecca, but it's not like, it's not doing anything above its cost rate. Let's see, Kelly Funk, the guy with the jacket fruit, is from Mongoro Kingdom. Interesting. 3 costs, 3k power, 1k counter. On play, play out to 1 Bobby Funk from your hand. Bobby Funk, let's go with Bobby Funk. We'll read them as a pair. Bobby Funk is a 3 cost, 3k power, 1k counter. If you have a Kelly Funk, this character gains 3k power, so this becomes a 6k swing. I mean, this is fine. It's a bit of a gimmick. I like that the 2 cards, you know, the arts go together. Like if I put them like this, you can see the art connects right here in the middle. I think that's cool. But this is like, you know, Pastafista level of gimmicky. I think it's fine if you want to play like a funky deck. You probably want to play these 2 in it. But beyond that, I really wouldn't do much with them. Koala is a 3 cost, 2k power, 1k counter blocker on KO. Look at the top 3 of the top of your deck. Reveal a Dressrosa type event card and add it to your hand. Then place the rest of the bottom. So this is event searcher. This is a generic searcher, right? Yeah. And it's only on KO. That's interesting. This is on play. That's on play. It's a blocker. Well, it's a blocker, so you're gonna guarantee the on KO effect. I like this. I think this is good. Do I think it's as good as the other 2? Because it's a 1k counter. It's a 1k counter that it's a blocker. No, I think I like this. I think I like this. I like this about as much as the other ones. I think that's a solid B. Okay, Sai. What do you gotta say for yourself? Another blocker. That's a lot of blockers. 5 cost, 6k power, 1k counter, blocker, on play. You may trash 1 event card from your hand, draw 2 cards. Ooh, I like this. This is very reminiscent of the dress of Rosinante. This reminds me of the purple Rosinante where it's trash 1 event, draw 2, and then I think it can ramp you Dawn. So probably not at the same level, but this is pretty good. Trash an event, draw 2, blocker. Might be better than Koala. I think it might be better than Koala. Koala's a searcher, so you can, well, it's a searcher event. This is just trash an event, draw 2. I think it might be better than Koala. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Yeah. Because they're both blockers, this costs a little bit more, but this is only searching for events, while this is just a generic 2-draw. Resends 2 Dawn at the end sip if you have at least 7 Dawn. Okay. Thank you for the clarification. Yeah, I knew it did something. I don't play with the Don Quixote package, but I know that's like a good card. And that's what this reminds me of, because I know it has like an on play that's almost similar to this, where you can trash an event and draw 2. So it's like half of the Rosinante blocker. But I think it is better than this koala, because this koala is just pulling out events where this is drawing cards. So you could draw an event with this. So I'm pretty happy with that. We're here at Sabo. Sabo is a 7 cost 9k power, no counter blocker on play. If your leader has the Dressrosa type, activate up to one of your Dressrosa type events from your hand. Ooh. Where is he? Here he is. Okay, so this is automatically better. This is way better than Barto. Sabo, is this our boss monster then? I like the realistic crow next to his pipe. I think that looks very silly. I think that's literally a picture of a crow. No, this must be when did this happen? When did what his name? Okay, I played Sugar a lot in the sim, and I played. Okay, nice. So yeah, we got a Dofi expert. I used to play what is it, blue green Rosinante. So I never really delved into the purple side of Doflamingo, of the Don Quixote stuff. But I do want to play Doflamingo with the purple one. I think it is interesting. I like the Sabo. The problem is, do I think the Sabo is, honestly, it might be, because they can play. Man, I'm so mad that Red Hawk is getting rotated out. This would have been perfect with Red Hawk, because I think Red Hawk is a, let's see. Is it not Red Hawk? It's Red Rock, isn't it? No. Red Rock. No, it's just a Straw Hat event. Okay. Wait, Gravity Blade. I spelled it wrong. Gravity. No, it's just a Navy event. Oh, that's so upsetting. Urgh. Well, I mean, you can play the 7, like you can play all the new stuff. You can play this. Like, these are really good for free. These are excellent if they're free. Oh, that's so disappointing. I really wanted to use Gravity Blade with that. That would have been so good. Oh well. You're facing blue. Yeah. Biggest event you can play off is the Sabo boss are all new cards. Yeah. Oh, I'm a little bummed out. Granted, the new events are really good with this. That makes those 7 cost events like A and S tiers with this card. But I really wish you could play Gravity Blade with this. Oh, that would have been so good. I think if Bartolomeo is going to be an A tier, I think it's only fair that Sabo is an S tier, because there's no cost restriction. It's just, you know, the Dressrosa event package is a little bit small right now, but I see the value here. I see a lot of value there. Oh, but that bums me out. That really bummed me out. We're not looking at this. We're looking at this. But yeah, I think it's an S tier. If it is an A tier, if I bump it down to A, I'm going to bump down Bart to B. I think that's only fair. Okay, Sanji. But I'll think about it. I'll think about it for a little bit. Sanji is a 3 cost, 4k power, 1k counter blocker. It has on play up to one of your characters gain unblockable during this turn. Ooh. That's good. Okay. Let me think about this. It has a blocker. So even if you try to go for game, you are protected in case you get blowback. Like if you don't end up winning on the swing, the crackback is not going to be as hard, because at the very end you do have at least a 3 cost blocker. I think this is good. And it's generic, so it's just one of your characters gain unblockable. That's pretty good. I love that Sanji is associated with unblockable. That's really good. I think this is like, that's good. That's really good. I like this a lot. And it has counter too. Maybe it's an S tier. I think this is like an S tier card. Because even on the crackback, you can still protect yourself. Yeah, any character. It's any, oh, sorry, just punch the mic. Any character, I think that is pretty big. And it has counter, it's blockable. I think this is fair. I think it's fair to leave it at S. So, Jinzhao is a 4-cost 5k power, 1k counter on play. You may trash one event card from your hand, draw 2 cards. That's pretty good. That's basically the Psy ability, but without the blocker. That card seems kind of evergreen. Yeah, honestly, yeah, and it's a block 4. I would agree. I think this is like an auto include for most blue decks because I don't see a reason not to play it unless you're going to play. Hold on, we're going to go back and look at a few things. The only thing that I could see being better than this is the Whitebeard event. This one, if I bow down to power, what's the point of living? I think this is the only other card that can compete in that spot because this, you may rest up to one of your Dawn cards. If you have 1 or less life cards, your opponent cannot activate blockers whenever your leader attacks during this turn. This one, I would argue, is a little bit better because if your leader does swing, it means your opponent can't activate blockers for the rest of the turn. And it is a 3k counter in hand. So I think this one is a little bit better, but I would agree with you. This is probably stronger because it does protect you, which I think is a lot more important. But I would just run both. Honestly, I would run this and the 1-cost event. Let's see. Like if you aren't running Roger or something like that. Yeah, agreed. I wonder if you would run Roger in the Lucy list. I probably would. I would try. Let me finish figuring out where this guy belongs. Opponent's turn on KO. If your opponent places 1 card from their hand to the bottom of their deck. Ooh. But it doesn't have blocker. Why would you give this to a non-blocking character? This would have been better if it was Psy. This would have been so much better if it was Psy. Oh, that makes me sad. I like it. It has a good on play. I don't like that it has an on KO because it means your opponent's never going to swing into this, which is, it could be a good thing. It is definitely weaker than Psy. It makes me sad that Psy doesn't have this ability. I wish Psy had this on KO ability. Or if this just had blocker. If this was a blocker, holy moly, this would have been so good. That's a little upsetting. Oh well, that's fine. Because at the very least, you have a swingable body that your opponent's not going to swing into. So you can always guarantee. This is just a generic 2k counter. So we'll just leave it like here. I don't want to separate the brothers. There you go. And Luffy is 3-cost 4k power, 2k counter. Opponent's turn. If your leader has the Dressrosa type, this character gains 3k power or 7k. Well, it's opponent's turn. Opponent's turn, does it really matter? It means that it can live. The 2k counter, it can survive your opponent's turn, but that's like, that doesn't mean too much. It is a 2k counter, which is fine. So I'll give it that. Leo is a 1-cost 2k power, 2k counter. Oh, okay, so this is another one of these 4 protections. You may place 1 of your characters at the bottom of its owner's deck instead. I don't like that. Like, I don't like between the 3. So this is the 3 that we have so far. Laboon is really good because it synergizes really well with Mihawk. Kobe's okay. Like, I can see Kobe being played in Law, the red Law deck. But I would say these are probably your 2 weakest ones so far. You may place 1 character, 1 of your characters, at the bottom of its owner's deck instead. That's rough. That's really rough because that's basically this, right? Yeah, that's super rough. I'm not a huge fan of this. I think I might leave it up here at the top just because it's good board protection, but it's not my favorite board protection. That's a little disappointing. And then Rebecca. Rebecca is a 1 cost 0k power 1k counter. Attach 1 Dawn. This character gains blocker. On play, look at the top of from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Dressrosa type card, add it to your hand, then place the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order. Okay, so another searcher. So Viola. Viola is a 2k counter. This is a blocker. Honestly, this is great. I really like these searchers. These are really good searchers. Even Django is really good. So give it 1 Dawn, it becomes a blocker. That's easy. So even on your odd curve, you probably still want to do this. So your turn 1, you can easily keep up a blocker for your turn 1 if you're going evens. And then you don't have to play out your 2k counter, but you can. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this stuff. And then of course you have this one as well. This is also a blocker actually. Yeah, this is searcher, blocker for events. This is just a generic blocker, a generic searcher, and then this is just a 2k counter searcher. That's all. Holy moly. Blue Dressrosa just has a bunch of searching stuff. That's crazy. So Amazon. Amazon is a 3 cost 0k power 1k counter on your opponent's attack. You may rest this character. Your opponent may return 1 active Dawn card from their Dawn deck. If they do not, give up to 1 of your opponent's leaders or characters mind. Ooh, I like this. Let's go. Is this better than the Meow Band? Than the Meow Brothers? It might be better than Meow Brothers. On your opponent's attack. Well, this is on your opponent's attack. So this is if your opponent is trying to attack you. Getting rid of 1 of your opponent's active Dawn when they're hitting you is not as effective as getting rid of it if you're hitting them. But I do like this because it does reduce their Dawn, and it does potentially give their character or leader minus 2k for the turn. This is good. This is really good. I like this. This is a very sneaky card. This is like maybe like a Tua, and then you rest her and she dies to a search. Yeah. So this is like a gotcha card, but that's about for 3 Dawn a gotcha. I don't know. 3 cost 2k counter. You know what? That's a good way. That's a good way to look at this. It's a 3k 2k counter event. Yeah, I agree. I think that like with that in mind, this does like, does it hit F? Let me think about this. Is this like an F tier card? Press this character, your opponent may return 1 active Dawn card to their Dawn deck. If they do not, give up to 1 of your opponent's leaders or characters minus 2k power during this turn. I think you're right. I think, yeah, you know what? I think you bring up a good point that it's like a 3 cost event. That's a 2k counter at best. Okay, so and now this is gonna be fun. Yeah, because what I like about the Meow Brothers is that the Meow Brothers are in response. Like you can go for game with Meow Brothers. Amazon is like a little tee hee ha, I got you. Now do one of these 2 things. If they rest that thing and I'm just taking the 2k and then blocking her with yeah, you're right. I think that's a fair point because it's 0 cost. So even a searcher like Viola could swing into this thing and it doesn't matter. So that's a good point. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, because the Meow Bad Brothers, like I said, this is far better because Amazon is a 1k counter. It's 3 Dawn. Meow Brothers is a 1 cost character with 2k counter, and this is like a I'm trying to go for game, I'm getting rid of your defenses, versus this is like a oh I gotcha. This is like a gotcha card. But yeah, I agree with that. So Enel is a 6 cost 8k power. If you have 6 or less Dawn cards on the field, this character cannot be removed by your opponent's effect and gain 2k power. So 10k swing. Activate main, Dawn last one. This character gains blocker until the end of your opponent's next end turn. Then crash 1 card from your hand. If that was a stage, it would be complete. You know what? If this was a stage, would you pay 3 Dawn for a stage? on your opponent's attack? Maybe. If it was a stage, it might be like a C or a B. But yeah, as a character, it's not really there. Activate main. Dawn -1, this character gains blocker until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then crash 1 card. A little unfortunate that you have to go down cards in hand to use this. But you do, the majority of the time, have a 10k swing. I wish I had Rush. If this had Rush, holy moly, this would be so much cooler. I think it's good. It's not Sabo good. I feel like Sabo is a lot better than this NL. It does get blocker, but you go down 1 Dawn and you go down 1 card in hand to get that blocker for the potential of your opponent swinging in. I think it's like an A. I think it's a good A. I don't think it's like, I don't think it beats Sabo. Nell doesn't care about Dawn Mice. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because the Nell is constantly ramping too. Like, Nell's always having, yeah, Nell always has like 6 Dawn on him. So that's true. Then I think the only thing that hurts him is going down the cards in hand. Because you're right, the Dawn -1 is not a big deal. But still, losing a card in hand is rough. That's the only thing I'm not crazy about is going down that 1 card in hand to get a blocker. But this does also put you down a card in hand, but this pushes the agenda. This does not push the agenda. This just makes it a blocker. I think he refreshes his entire board of Dawn every turn. Yeah, because Enel does after your second turn, ramp 1 active Dawn and then ramp 4 rested Dawn and give those 4 rested Dawn to a character. That's why this would be so much better if it was a rush character. Because imagine you get what, 10, 14? If this was a 14 rusher, holy moly, this would easily be an S, but it's a blocker, which I'm not crazy about. So I think it's an A. I don't think it's that much better than Sabo, but I think it's about as good as Don Krieg. Don Krieg's a rusher, so gotta keep that in mind. Ohm is one Dawn, 2k or 1 Dawn, 2k power, 1k counter. On play, Dawn -1, draw 1 card. It's pretty good. When attacking, if you have 6 or less Dawn cards on your field, give up to one of your opponent's characters -1k power during this turn. Okay, so when attacking, so it's always going to swing in, well, 4, 5, 6. So if you give your rested Dawn to this, it becomes a 6k swinger. It does replace itself. I think this is good. It's not as good as Ethan Barron, but it's almost there. I think it's decent. I think it's a B. Like, I wouldn't be upset running this. I think it is. Come on, let me look at the card. There you go. I think this is in the NL deck. I don't know if this is going to be your bread and butter in the NL deck. It might be, but I do like that it's replacing itself. Oh my gosh, it's the aliens from the cover story. So this is Captain Seamars. Okay. Oh, that's sick. That's so cool. I love this guy. Oh, it's 5 costs. It's a vanilla character. Space pirates. Let's go. I love this. This is from the cover story when Enel went to the moon. He got jumped by 2 aliens, and this was one of them. Captain Seamar. So he's a captain. Oh, that's cool. He's the captain of the space pirates. Apparently, that's awesome. Honestly, bonus points. Bonus points for being an alien. That's cool. Do we have the other alien? Where is he? No, we don't have the other alien. No. Oh, that's upsetting. Okay, Giratsu. Giratsu is going to be a 1 cost, 2k power, 1k counter. On play, replaces itself. That's good. On KO, if you have 6 or less Dawn cards on the field, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 2k power or less. Arguably, this is going to be weaker than Ohm. So I think off of that merit alone, I would definitely put it below Ohm. There you go. But it's fine, because I like that these cards replace themselves in hand. That's pretty important, considering that Enel does not replace himself in hand. Here we go. Kotori. Kotori is a 1 cost, 2k power, 1k counter. Activate main, Dawn -2. You may rest this character. If you have a Satori or Hattori Rest up to one of your opponent's characters with 5k power or less. That's pretty low. Let's look at the other three, or the other two. So we have Satori, and then it is Hotori. Hotori is... Here he is, Hotori. Let's see. Hotori is minus 2. You may rest this character if you have a Satori, and Hotori give up to one of your opponents minus 3k. Okay, so this is hitting potentially a 6k power, or 8k, right? Yeah, 8k. So we can hit an 8k power character. And then Satori is draw a card when attacking. If you have 6 or less non-cards on the field, look at the top 2 cards from the top of your deck and place them at the top or bottom of your deck in any order. I mean, not great, but it does synergize with these two. I mean, you know, it doesn't really synergize, but these two synergize with Satori just because they're looking for him. It's pretty low Dawn commitment to do this, but you are going down like 4 Dawn. Yeah, you're going down like 4 Dawn. I mean, this is kind of like 6 Dawn's worth of investment, because you're paying 2 Dawn and then you're going Dawn minus 4 to KO a 8 cost or less. Yeah, it's a 3-card combo. Yeah, it's rough. If the requirements were a little bit lower, like I wish they didn't care about Satori. I feel like Satori was just here just because they're brothers, I believe. I kind of wish they hit like a 10k. Like this would give minus 5k power, and then this would hit a 5k thing. But then again, we're looking at KO power. This is not really like... KOing things is not great. Okay. Oh no, it's rest. It's not even KO. This is resting. Oh, that's way worse. For some reason I was reading KO. This is not even gonna KO anything. Oh yeah, this is trash. This is bad. I am not super crazy about these two. I mean, fun gimmick, but it's a lot of cards just to rest something. That's trash. Especially when you have something like Mihawk. Mihawk just, oh, if this character has a Rest of Dawn, just rest it. Like, this is way better. This one, however, Satori, if you have 6 or less Dawn cards, look at the top 2 cards from the top of your deck and place them at the top and bottom of your deck. I mean, do we care about this? Katakuri cares about this. I think Katakuri cares about this more than Enel does. I think for Katakuri, this has potential, but that's about it. And we'll leave it there. All right, next card is Goro. Goro, if you didn't know, is the owner of the hot springs that Godatsu worked at currently. And the extra cover stories. It's a 3-cost 0k power, 2k counter. On play, reveal up to 1 card from the top of your deck. If the reveal card has cost 2 or less, add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck and rest it. If the reveal card has cost 2 or less. Okay, so that's where this comes in. It's ramping, I guess. And Katakuri, I guess you can use this. But again, this is more of like a gimmicky kind of stuff. I'm not crazy about it. And then Shura. Shura is 1 cost 2k power, 1k counter. This character gains rush. Okay, this is a good sign. So potentially this is a 1 cost 6k rusher. On play, Dawn minus 1, draw a card. I think so far this has been the strongest character we've seen. Yeah, I would argue this is probably the stronger of the brothers, or the stronger of the vassals. I think I might put this up to A, because I feel like for Enel, this is pretty good. Like, these two are definitely cards you want to be playing. Okay, Divine Soldier is a 1 cost, 1k power, 1k counter. Blocker. Okay, so this is the conditional blocker. These are good cards. I like these. These are always useful. And it looks like this is not going to be locked into any character type, right? If you have 6 or less Dawn cards on the field, this character gains block. Yeah. So you can play this at any other purple deck if you need like a 1 cost blocker early game. Or if you're playing like Reiju, and Reiju has like, if you're playing Reiju with very little Dawn, you can potentially run this in there. So that's pretty good. I don't mind that. Nola. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about Nola. Nola is a 1 cost 2k power, 2k counter. Protection. You may return 1 Dawn card from your field to your Dawn deck. Yeah, I can see why. Automatically, this would be the strongest one of the 4 we've seen, right? Yeah. Honestly, by far right now, I would probably move Kobe down 1, and I would probably run these 2. In any color, like in any purple deck, you probably want to run this. Mihawk definitely wants to run this. Mihawk is meta relevant, so I can see that. Returning a Dawn to your Dawn deck is not the end of the world. To protect the body on board, that's pretty good. I like that. Yeah, Nala's pretty good. Fuza is a 3 cost 4k power, 1k counter. All of your Shura characters and this character gain unblockable. Shura, that's this guy, right? Yeah. Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. Opponent's turn. Set the base power of all your Shura characters to... Ooh, I like this a lot. This is good. There we go. We're starting to see the engine here. There we go. That's a good 2-card combo right there. I like that. That's the kind of stuff I want to see. All right, this is Holy. Holy is a 3 cost 4k power, 1k counter. This character gains double attack. So all of your ohms gain double attack. Set the base power of all your own characters and this character 6k. Yeah, this is good. So this turns ohm into a much more force to be reckoned with. I wish it gave rush. This gives unblockable, this gives double attack. Double attack is far weaker than unblockable. And then Hattori we've already looked at. Yama, let's see what Yama does. Yama is a blocker, 3k or 3 cost 4k power, 1k counter. On play it to 1 divine soldier or vassal type character with a cost of... Oh, yeah, all of our vassals are going to be 1 cost anyways. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. So we're starting to see the core of what Enel looks like, with maybe this as a backup. Yeah, and that's the last of purple. All right, so purple, nothing in purple that really outshines other than Nola. Nola really does outshine the rest of the 2Ks, of these 2Ks. Enel is okay, but I'm not crazy about the blocker part. I wish it was rush. Shura seems really good. This Shura with the Fuza combo seems really, really good. Because for 4 Dawn, you get a unblockable rusher. And then on your opponent's turn, they both become 6k power. That's pretty good. I might consider pushing these up to S, but for now, they're going to sit there. All right. 2 more colors. And then we're done. Okay. All right. Absalon, what do you have to say for yourself, Absalon? Absalon, 4 cost 5k power, 1k counter on KO, add up to 1 thriller bark type card from your trash to your hand, trigger, activate this card's on KO effect. That's pretty good. I think this is like generic support for both Gecko Morias. This is really good support for Gecko Moria. Yeah, I like this. This is probably like an A. If you're playing like Gecko Moria, you probably want to be playing this. I don't see why not. Ors is 4 cost 0k power, 1k counter. If you have Gecko Moria with 10k power or more, and you have no other Ors characters, this character gains 7k power. That is stupid. On KO, you may place 3 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck in any order. Play this character card from your trash. That's okay. I like that. I don't like the stipulation of... Yeah, I don't like that stipulation of your Gecko Moria being a 10k power and then this only being the single card on the field. I'm not a big fan of that. Sanji, finally, some black Straw Hat stuff. On play, if your leader is the Straw Hat type, crash 5 cards on the top of your deck. This is literally Sindri. It's a 1 cost 2k power. This is pretty good. I like this. The Sindri card is an auto include in the Gecko deck, but it's not played anywhere else. So that's basically the same thing. So it's like a B. Lola is 4 cost 5k power, 1k counter. I really like the art of Lola. Holy moly. I love the little hearts and everything and like the pink mist all around her. This is so good. I love the bloom. They've given her a lot of bloom here. This is really cute. I like this Lola card. Like it's very rare that Lola is drawn in a very cute way. I've never seen Lola drawn like this. That's really nice. I like that. What's her sister's name? Lola and Chiffon. They're twins, so they both look the same. I think this is really nice though. I like what they did with this. On play, trash 3 cards from the top of your deck. That's fine. On KO, add up to 1 character with the cost of 8 or less from your trash to your hand. Ooh, I like that a lot. That's an on KO effect. And this is not a blocker. That's rough. That's a little rough, but I like this. I do like this. I think this is pretty good. This is like a B. All right, Spoils. I didn't know this guy had a name, by the way. I didn't realize his name was Spoils. 1 cost 0k power, 2k counter. On play, trash 3 cards from the top of your deck. Activate main. You may trash this character. If you have 15 or more cards in your trash, give up to 1 Rest of Dawn card to your leader or one of your characters. That's pretty rough. I would rather just give my character the Rest of Dawn than play this out. It's a 2k counter. It's not even searchable. Victims Association. That's not... What is this card? It's so bad. Can't do anything with that. Dr. Hogback is a 1 cost, 2k power, 1k counter. On play, if your leader is Thriller Bark Pirates type, trash 5 cards from the top of your deck. On KO, if you have 6 or less cards in your hand, draw 1 card. It's okay. It's fine. I don't think it's like great. It's like a C. Tony Chopper. Poor little guy. He's getting scared half to death here. 2 cost, 2k power, 1k counter. Who's he hanging out with? I see Usopp. Is that? I think that's Nami. That's very cute. I love that. I think this is when they're in the carriage. On play, trash 3 cards from the top of your deck. Activate main. You may trash this character. If your leader has the Straw Hat type, add up to 1 Straw Hat type character card other than Tony Chopper from your trash to your hand. Ooh, this is good. This is really good. I like this. I like this a lot. Do I like this enough to be an S tier? Maybe I do. I like this. I like this. I'm gonna think about this. It's definitely, it feels like an, I mean, I already know Nami's an S. So maybe if Nami's an S, Tony is an A. All right, Chopper. Let me see. So Nami, I've been so hyped for this card. This card I definitely already know about. Is a 8 cost, 6k power, no counter. On play, if your leader has the Straw Hat type, play up to 1 Straw Hat type character card with a cost of 7 or less from your trash. That character gains rush during this turn. That is so big. That is awesome. This is like the better version of Gecko Moria, sort of. Gecko Moria plays 2 characters, but neither of them have rush. And this is pretty restricted. Like, I like that this is restricted to Straw Hat stuff, but it's not color restricted. It's just type restricted. And to jump through the hoops, you get a rush character. Like, you can get what? You can get the secret Luffy, the Gear 4th Luffy, give it rush. Because I think it has a when attacking ability. You can give your Robin rush with this. This is good. I'm really excited to play this. This is one of the cards I'm really excited, especially in the Brook deck. Like, you can get any of your green cards, any of your green Straw Hat cards to combo with this. That's awesome. So Nika Robin is a 5 cost, 7k power, no counter. If you have 10 or more cards in your trash, this character gains blocker. Pretty good. On play, draw 2 cards and trash 2 from your hand. Okay, so this is basically the updated version of Sabo, of the blocker Sabo, I think. Yeah, because you draw 2, trash 2, and then this has blocker. It doesn't have counter, which is a little unfortunate, but I'm not super upset by that. Man, that Robin outfit goes so it goes so hard. It's ridiculous. I love that. I love that. I love that outfit. Here's a Frankie card. This is Pirate Docking 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no 6 member. Robin, get in. Get in the robot. So this is going to be a 5 cost, 7k power, no counter. This character gains +6 cost. This is awesome for the mono black Luffy. For the ST14 Luffy, this is a must play. And I really like the background. The background is like very space dandy. That's so cool. I love this. I love this art. On play, you may trash 3 cards from the top of your deck. Play up to 1 Straw Hat type character card with a cost of 2 or less from your trash. You can just play out your chopper with this. That's cool. Who else do we have that fits that criteria? Ooh, Sanji fits that criteria. That's nice. I like that. Okay, this is good. I think it's an A. Definitely an A. I'm super happy. I love the art of this, by the way. That's awesome. Frankie, original Frankie. Pre-time skip Frankie. It's very rare that we get pre-time skip Frankie art. 5 cost, 6k power, 2k counter, Frankie. So this is going to be a C. It's a decent 2k counter. Really happy that we got Frankie. And then we have a Perona. Is this the protection one? It is. What's the stipulation? You may trash 1 card from your hand instead. Ooh, I like that. I think it is better than Laboon. Going down a card in hand is okay. The only other character that does this is the Crocodile and Mihawk. Crocodile and Mihawk is a 8k character. I believe, I think they're 8k or 7k. And they have a similar stipulation. So being able to do this for 1 Dawn and a 2k counter, that's pretty big. That's awesome. Plus it's Perona. Like this is a really cute art of Perona. I love the little tongue hanging out. It's very playful. This is, what's her name? Margarita. Margarita is the 1 cost, 0k power, 2k counter, on play. Place up to 1 card from your opponent's trash at the bottom of their deck. Ooh, okay, graveyard hate. What is the typing? The owner of Sindri's Shadow. I mean, you're not wrong. She's really cute. Wow, holy moly. Has a very like Nami vibes to her. I like that. It's bought just because of the orange hair, but I like this. This is really good. Hold on. Uh-oh. We good? Up. I think we're good. Okay. But this is good. This is graveyard hate. This is just actual graveyard hate. That is rare. That is extremely rare in this game. I think this is the only card of the existence right now that does graveyard hate. Yeah, opponent's trash at the bottom of their deck. Again, against an L, you get rid of their 10 drops, or you get rid of like what are you trying to bottom deck in the Enel deck? Maybe Enel's not the greatest answer. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I do like this. I think this is a very unique ability. I mean, against Blue Nami, obviously this is an all-star in Blue Nami. There are a few, but I think this is the only one that targets. Is it the only one that targets? Because it's the first one I've read that targets your opponent's trash. Not your trash, but your opponent's trash. And I think, because imagine like, if you can do this to Emu or Crocodile, I feel like people would be doing that. I think the, let's see. Viola says your opponent's places and very, oh, that's right, very good. It says events. Dressrosa Black Viola from, oh wait, are you for real? Hold on, we'll come back to this in a second. Viola. That would be this one. So let me look at this card. Viola, your opponent places, okay, your opponent places 3 cards from their trash at the bottom of their deck in any order. You're not wrong. And then it was Very Good. Let me check out Very Good. Very good. Go. Your opponent places 3 events from their trash to the bottom of their deck. That's right. And Gion. Gion is another one, I think. Your opponent places 1 card from their hand. Okay, no, that's from their hand. Let's see, but they choose the card. This new one you chose. Yeah, that's what I like about this. Is that you can target specific cards. So like against Emu, you can target like their Mars, you can target their searchers, so that when they play out their 10 drop, they're not getting the full value. You can also target Crocodile. Like if you're playing against Crocodile, you can target their 8 cost Crocodile or their Nico Robins potentially. Or you can even target their Mr. 2s. Yeah, Gum Hate. Yeah, Gum Giant Hate. That's right. I like this. I think this isn't an S tier ability. It could be. This could be secret tech. I think I think if the Meow Brothers are up here, I think Margaret probably should be up here, because this is a very unique ability that can target specific cards from your opponent's trash. I don't think every deck wants to play this, but I think the ones that do are going to be happy to play this. They could loot this thing. It'd be funny as a silver bullet. Yeah, I agree. I think this is like very targeted. I think, and it's a 2k counter, so it doesn't hurt. It's 1 cost, it's a 2k counter. It's not searchable. No one's searching this card, unfortunately. But I do like that this is like very unique hate. I do like that. Hold on. We gotta go back to OP15. And looking at the characters. So I like this card. I like Margaret or Margarita. I think that is secret tech. I think it is something that some characters want. Let's see. Luffy. Luffy is Monkey D. Luffy. 7 cost, 7k power, 1k counter. I don't know any way to balance it reliably though. That's true. You would have to play this in. You would have to play it in like Usopp, because blue cards are the only ones that I can think of that could bounce this. It could be good in Usopp potentially, but that's the only way, unless you just keep them in your hand. That's yeah. Okay, I see where you're coming from. Still, very unique ability. I definitely want to see more of that. So Luffy has each of these effects are activated based on the number of cards in your trash. If you have 10 or more cards in your trash, this character's base power becomes 9k, and this character gains 10 costs. Holy moly, that's a lot. So 16k. That's a lot. If you have 20 more cards in the trash, your leader base power becomes 7k during this opponent's turn. That's really good. If you have 30 or more cards in trash, this character gains 1k power. So 17. So it becomes a 17k. 17 costs 17k, turning your character into your leader into a 7k base power. I mean, yeah, I like this. This is a good card. I don't know how many. I mean, I think in Crocodile and in Emu, this is going to be an all-star. I can see playing this in Emu because Emu can easily get to 30 cards in trash. Crocodile can do the same. The only downside is in Emu, you have to trash this character if you're gonna do your Elder loop. But for 7 Dawn, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, honestly, if you don't play your Elders out, you could play out this Luffy and still use your stage ability to play out another body. That's not bad. I could try a ST14 Luffy build with this thing. Yes. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I have an ST14 build, but it's a Navy build, and I'm really excited to use this Straw Hat engine that they've made here. I like this. This is a really good card. I think this is a very fair S ability. So the Ricky brothers, oh my goodness. This is part of Lolo's crew, the Ricky brothers. There they are. So yeah, the Rolling Pirates. 1 cost, 2k power, 1k counter, activate main. You may trash this character. If you have 15 or more cards in your trash, up to one of your Luffy characters gain rush character and slash attribute. Oh yeah, this is special. Okay. I don't think the slash attribute means much. I think the only reason why is because he's got that samurai sword in the back. But the rush character is okay. I don't mind that. It's not a 2k counter though. I probably would not play this though. And it's specifically for Luffy. So the Ricky brothers, I don't know. Man, they're not a 2k counter. I think it's good for this Luffy card or any other black Luffy card, but that's a very, very, very limited thing. OG, literally same. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. I love ST14 Luffy. I actually ulted out the whole deck. I'm so excited to play. I mean, I have the deck, but I wanted to rotate out so I can put the Ice Ages, so I can start playing with Ice Ages. So this is Roronoa Zora, is a 2 cost 1k counter, or 2 cost 1k power, 1k counter. If your Straw Hat type character other than this character would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may trash this card instead. Blocker. So 2 cost blocker. I think it's okay. It's a little more limited in protection, but it's good. I think it's good. It has blocker. I don't mind. Holy moly, really? I think this is fine. I think Zoro is pretty good. You may trash this character instead. So it is board protection, it's blocker. It's not as good as Perona, but yeah, I like this. Okay, finally. Oh my gosh, we're almost done. All right, last characters. Lock in. Oh, I was reacting to you saying you altered out your. Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, the Black Navy stuff is like dirt cheap right now. That's why I did it, because Black Navy is like, I think the Kuzan is like $15 a card right now. It's I mean, compared to when Kuzan first came out, it was like dirt, like crazy. Like I think it was like what, a $40 alt back then to get the Kuzans, like 40 or 60 bucks. Now it's like 15 bucks. That's easy. That's I would be more than happy to do that. Let's see. Uruj. Uruj is a 6 cost, 7k power, 1k counter. On play, you may trash one supernova type card from your hand. This character gains rush during this turn. That's fine. Active main, you may turn one card from the top of your life cards face down. Give up to one rested on card to your leader or one of your characters. This is good. I think this is it's Eustace Kid, right? Piss Kid. Yeah, this is for Yellow Kid. Trash one supernova type card from your hand. This character gains rush. So 6 Dawn Rusher. And then I believe Kid does turn the top card of your life face up, give one of your supernova characters blocker, if I remember correctly, and then active main, turn one card from your life. So this would turn it face back down, give Arrested Dawn to your leader character. I think this is good. If you're still playing Kid, let me see. Let me look at Kid real quick. Kid type leader. Here he is. Does he need a Dawn? It's up to one of your stupid characters as active and the game block. Okay, so the Dawn doesn't really matter too much, but I mean everything else counts. That's pretty good. I think Uruj is pretty good. It's like a B. If you're still playing Kid, this is great for Kid. This is exactly what Kid wants. Let's see. Is it an A though? I feel like this is maybe an A because the only reason why I want to put it in B is because nobody's playing Kid. But if you are playing Kid, you want this. You definitely want that. Okay. This is Kamakiri. Kamakiri is a 5 cost, 6k power, 1k counter. On play, you may trash this character and add up to one card from the top of your life to the top of your hand. Give it to one of your opponent's character with a cost of 6 or less. Yeah, I would probably just trash this character and add up to one card from the top of your life to your hand. That's rough. Yeah, I think this is not that great. I don't know if Kalgora wants to play this because it doesn't even have rush. I wish it had rush and an activate main. You can do this, but right now I don't think Kalgora wants to do that. I don't think anyone wants to be doing that ability. Kalgora is a 3 cost, 5k power, no counter. I love that hair. That's wild. It is on play. You may trash one card from your hand. Look at the top 5 cards from the top of your. Okay, look at the top. Blah, blah, blah. Look at 5 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal a total of 2 Shandian Warrior type cards or Mont Blancs and add them to your hand. Then place the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order. So this is a searcher. It searches out 2 cards for a Shandian Warrior and a Nolan. I think this is good. If you're playing Kalgara, you want this. I don't know why you wouldn't want this. It's a pretty big searcher. It's only a 3 cost. That's pretty good. Okay, Gonfall. That's sick art. I love that art of Gonfall. Gonfall is... Oh, he doesn't have the subtype. Let me see. Do you have the subtype? No, you don't have the God subtype. That's interesting. Okay, so Gonfall is a 4 cost, 4k power, 2k counter. If you have a Sky Island type character with 7k power or more, give this character in your hand -3 costs. Ooh, it's a 1 cost. So it can be 1 cost. That's nice. On play, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost equal to or less than the number of your opponent's life cards. Ooh, that's good. I like this. I like this a lot. 7k power though. Who has 7k power? None of these guys have 7k power. This is gonna be rough. Especially like, because what? At 6 Dawn, potentially you can play this out at 6 Dawn. When your opponent is at 6 or 7 Dawn, they're definitely gonna have at least 3 life. Potentially. I don't know. It might be good. I think this is like a B. I think this is like a B ability. It's pretty good. I like the fact that it's a 1 cost potentially, but the on play effect, you might not be able to hit something relevant just because your opponent's life tends to fluctuate depending on how aggressive you are. This is a something with trigger. 3 cost 4k, 1k counter, draw 1 card, then if you have 2 or less life cards, play this card. I mean, it's fine. It's a lot worse than Frankie. There's like an egghead Frankie that's a 2k counter that has that same thing. But yeah, this is just a random character card. I wouldn't put a lot of stock in that. Okay, Condis is a 1 cost 0k power, 2k counter, on play. I like how she's at 0 power. She's holding a fucking cannon and she has 0 power. Come on, like, is she shooting confetti at you? Give her something, man. On play, if the number of your life cards is less than the number of your opponent's life cards, draw 2 and trash 2 from your hand. Trigger, draw 2 and trash 1 from your hand. I mean, sure, it's a 2k counter that has a really good trigger. I like the trigger of this. I think it's fine. Next one, Julia Bonnie is a 2k counter. I can see right off the bat. And okay, so this is the protection one. You may add the top card of your life to your hand instead. How do I feel about this? I think it's okay because in yellow, you're definitely okay with taking your life cards. You're more okay with it. It is a little unfortunate that you are losing life to it though. I would say maybe it's an A. It's better than Kobe. I think it's better than Kobe, but I don't think it's better than Laboon or Perona or Nola. But this is good. I do like this. All right, Octopus Balloon. I love this art. I'm so glad that this artist keeps showing up. Nakamaru. This is such a great art. I love that Nakamaru, that this artist keeps coming back. I think in every set they've done something. They've done at least 1 card every set. So I like that. And the art style is nice. So this is 2 costs, 0 power, 1k counter, trigger, draw 1 card, then play up to 1 yellow character or stage card with a cost of 2 or less from your hand. I would not rely on the trigger of this, but I like, if it was a 2k counter, I think I would put it at C. Well, I would put it at C. But as a you know, as just a normal 1k counter, I don't think I would do much with that. Okay, Chopper. Literally just a vanilla body. That's just for draft. Nami, I love this art of Nami. She looks really cute. 1 cost, 2k power, 2k counter. On play, look at the top 3 of your deck, reveal up to 1 Sky Island type card, and add it to your hand. Then place the rest of the bottom of your deck. So this is our searcher. It's a 2k counter searcher. That's pretty cool. Where are my other searchers? You're here, right? Your Viola is right there, so you will hang out with Viola. Happy. But yeah, that's sick Nami art. I love that Nami art. Okay, Robin. What do you have to say for yourself, Robin? Oh my god, they have where is he? Where's this guy? He's like up here, isn't he? Yama. Look what they did to Yama. Oh, Robin, what did you do to this poor man? Did you break his neck or something? That's terrible. So Robin looks so cool, and just the contrast of this guy just dying in the background is so funny. So Robin is a 7 cost, 7k power, 1k counter. On play, you may add the top card of your life cards to your hand if your leader has the Straw Hat type. Add to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. Then play up to 1 Sky Island type character card with a cost of 5 or less from your hand. Oh wow, that's a lot. That's a lot for 7. I think that's good. You're getting a lot of stuff for 7 Dawn. Because you're drawing a card from your life, you're putting a card from your deck to your life. So you're cycling your life, you're drawing a card, and then you're playing a character with a 5 cost or less. That's good. I like this. For 7 Dawn, I think that's fair. I think that's fair for 7 Dawn. This is Baraham. Baraham is a 3 cost 4k power, 2k counter on KO. If your leader is the Shandian warrior type, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life. Okay, it's good. It's a 2k counter that has a decent on KO that lets you heal. I think that's really good. I think it's very unlikely that your opponent will swing into it, but on the off chance they do, you get to heal. All right, Nolan, what do you guys say for yourself? Nolan is a 4 cost 5k power, 2k counter. Attach 1 Dawn when attacking up to one of your Calgara cards. Gain Rush during this turn. Ooh, that's good. That's really good. I think that's really good. But the problem is, it's 4 Dawn, and the Calgaras. I think Calgaras like 5 costs or 6 costs. So you're already using like 9 Dawn to give like one of your Calgaras Rush. And the more I think about it, the less I like this. I think it's good. It's not great. It is above C, but I don't think it's like A or S. Next one is Rocky. Did you know Rocky? I didn't know this. Rocky's 16. This girl does not look 16. Oh, so disappointing. Anyways, Rocky is a 4 cost 4k power, 1k counter blocker on play. Play up to 1 Shandian warrior type character with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. You can play out your Searcher Calgara. It has blocker, 4 cost. Yeah, this is fine. This is completely fine. I don't see any issue with this card. I think it is appropriate here. I don't think it's better than Robin, but I think it is definitely better than the Searcher Calgara. Zoro. Zoro, this has to be a good card, right? Zoro is a 4 cost 6k power, no counter, on play. You may trash 1 card from your hand, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to... Oh, this is healing. 4 cost healer? Sky Island, Straw Hat, you get to play this off of Robin? Hell yeah. Let's go. There you go. Not as good as Robin, because Robin gets to play out Zoro, I believe, right? 5 costs or less. Yeah, this is 5 costs or less. Oh, that's good. That's really good. All right. Wiper. Wiper is a 5 cost 6k power, 1k counter on play. You may turn 1 card from the top of your life face up. Give all your opponent's characters minus 2k power during this turn, then kill all your opponent's characters with 0 power or less. Holy moly. Board wipe. Not really, though. Imagine if this was a red card or a green card. Oh my gosh. Krieg would be busted if Krieg can use this Wiper card. Activate main once per turn. Give up to 1 rested on card to one of your Sky Island type leaders or characters. Man, oh, this would have been so good as a Krieg card. Why didn't they just make this like red? Make this like red or green and let Krieg use this. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Because imagine, like, you're KOing 4 cost character or 4k characters if this was Krieg, but honest, I don't know, man. This is good. There's potential here. I don't think you're ever going to wipe the board. But I think it's great for Wiper. I guess Wiper wants this. I don't know how good it is. I don't play Wiper, or I don't play Calgara. So I don't know if this is what Calgara wants to be doing. I think probably because it's a super rare. If it's a super rare, I think it does matter. But it doesn't read that strong. But I think it's fine. I think it's a good card. I just don't see the potential in it. Oh, hold on. I gotta make sure to filter out all the stuff. Okay, the secret rares. We're almost done. We got 2 cards, and then we're done. Let's go. Come on, lock in. We have Enel. We have another Enel. 6 cost 8k power. If you have 6 or less Dawn cards on the field, this character cannot be removed by the field by your opponent's effects. It also gains 2k, 8, 9, 10, so it becomes a 10k power. On play, Dawn -1, look at the top 5 of your... Okay, look at the top 5 from the top of your deck and add up to 1 card from your hand. Look at the top 5 cards from the top of your deck and add up to 1 card to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order and trash 1 card from your hand. Let's see. The next Luffy is insane. Okay, I'm excited. I'm trying to decipher. Hold up. Now I gotta go look at the archives. Because this Enel does not say reveal. That's pretty big. Enel. Come on. Purple, purple, purple. Purple, purple, purple. Let me make sure. Look at the top 5 from the top of your deck and add up to 1 card from your hand. Yeah, this does not say reveal. So, okay, I like this. This is pretty good. I like the fact that you can search without showing your opponent what you saw. You're trashing a card from your hand, which is kind of bad. But you are getting a 2k bonus, but you don't get rush. This is probably about on par. I think it's a little bit better than this NL, but not by much. Okay, let's see what this Luffy is. What is this guy's big deal? What do you gotta say for yourself, Luffy? Luffy is a 5-cost 7k power with no counter. If you have 6 or more Dawn cards on the field, this character gains rush. Ooh, get wrecked, NL. Holy moly. When your opponent activates an event or blocker, reveal up to 1 card from the top of your life cards. Okay, when your opponent activates an event or blocker, reveal up to 1 card from the top of your deck. This character gains plus 1k power during this turn per 1 cost on the revealed card. Okay. Oh, that's a lot to digest. Hold on. Yeah, it's any card. Oh, does this search any card? I think it does, right? Add to 1 card from your hand. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah. So, oh, well, this might be an S tier. This could easily, I mean, I can already tell you this is going to be S tier. So this is very similar to, I mean, it's similar to all those other cards we were looking at. Like this reminds me of, hold on, we're basically done. So now I can kind of just look at this stuff. Hold on. Red Frankie. This Frankie. When your opponent activates an event, all of your characters gain 2k power during this turn. This is obviously a way better version of that Frankie though. Per 1 cost on reveal card. So if your opponent activates, hold on, just for the sake of the video, we're looking at, so 7. So we're adding 7. So 7 times 2 is what, 14? Holy moly. Nice counter event, bro. I'll gain 5k. You know what? That's true. Yeah. Nice 12k blocker, Whitebeard. Oh, wait, that's right, because it's blocker too. Holy moly. Hold on. That's insane. Characters. Let me get rid of this blocker. Can I look up blocker? Oh, oh wow, look at all these things that have blocker, and look at their big juicy cost. That's a rusher. Holy moly. Oh man. Aramaki just got sat down. Holy moly. Look at this. It's forcing you to play low cost blockers now. Oh, that sucks. Ooh, teach. That's so funny. Look at that, Katakuri. Sit down. Oh, that's awesome. That is so awesome. I love that. Oh yeah. Saturn and Warcurry, they don't care. Sabo doesn't care. Best card in the set. I honestly, I kind of agree with you. This is pretty big, and it's a block. It gets rush. If you have 6 or more Dawn cards, this character gains rush. When your opponent activates, yeah, because if you swing in, so you swing in with this. If your opponent dares, this is, oh man, this definitely is giving me like Roger vibes, right? Yeah, this 1000% feels like the Roger character. Oh, this is good, and it's way cheaper too. Holy moly! Yeah, that's easily S tier. That's our best. That is easily our best secret rare. This one's okay. I think I might push this up a little bit. I think for the sake of purple, because I feel like purple needs some representation here, right? Like, I think for the sake of purple, I will push Anel up. Because I like this ability. I like that you can search. You know, well, it's only on play though. It's not like a activate main. I don't know. But this one, I'm like way more high on. This one, I don't know. I'm still like kind of like here. I'm kind of like here with that. This is crazy. Holy moly. Or any of the ST13 brother leaders. Really? Wait. Oh yeah, because it's a 5 cost. That's right. Hold on. Oh man, you're cooking. You are cooking. Oh, Luffy, yeah. That's the first one. Yeah. Because, no, I'm thinking of the characters. The yellow cost. These, yeah. How do I filter this out more? Because it's from a starter deck. It's ST, is it ST10? No, it's not ST10. Is it? Nope. There we go. I eventually got there. Yeah. This immediately wants to be played with, you know what? This is going to be so good for my Nami list. Oh, that's so good. Because this buffs your leader by 2k. And then you just get to play this out from the top of your life. Oh, that's so good. Holy moly. Oh, again, it's more yellow stuff. It's more expensive yellow stuff. Oh, that's great. I love that. I love this. Oh, this is such a good card. This is such a good yellow card. It looks like yellow has a pretty good spread. I mean, everything is spread out pretty well here. I think the ones that perform the weakest, it seems like, honestly, red is fine. I think red is good. Red feels pretty strong in this set. Purple is the one where I'm like, purple feels a little weak. I think Enel is not going to do as hot as I was originally thinking. But yeah, I'm really liking this Luffy. This Luffy is really hot. I'm still excited for Lucy. Lucy still seems like it's going to be a very fun deck. Obviously all these new Straw Hat cards I think are going to be awesome in any black Straw Hat leader. This is going to be so good in black yellow Luffy. This is going to be like a top tier deck. And the nice thing is that this is not leader locked. You can play this in any leader, I believe. Yeah, as long as you're running the 5 cost Luffys, you can play this strategy in any of your yellow leaders. So just a little bit of food for thought there. But yeah, thank you guys, and thank you Abby for hanging out with me. And I'm pooped. This was quite the undertaking, but it looks like the future is very bright for One Piece. OP15 looks very good. Good luck trying to get product. I don't know. I think product is going to be fine. I have like a good feeling. I got a good feeling in my gut that this is going to be accessible. I feel like this is not going to get like scalped. You know, good luck, good vibes only. Hopefully we can all get our cards and not have to be stuck with like EVO3 prices. But yeah, I'm super excited for this Luffy. This Luffy is a bomb. Another card that I'm excited for. I'm really excited for Luffy. I'm the Meow Brothers. I'm so excited for the Meow Brothers. If I ever play green, you know I'm playing a playset of this card easily. Like this is my 2k counter suite right here. If you ever wondered what my green deck is going to be running for 2k counters, you're looking at it right here. These are just auto includes for green. Other than that, what else am I excited for? I'm really excited for this Nami and Sanji. I think this Sanji is like, again, another one of those like sleeper cards. I feel like this card is probably way stronger than people are giving it credit for. I think it's going to end up in a lot of blue decks. This Luffy, like these two Luffys, just solid cards. And being able to play, I think play this out, right? Yeah, you can play this Luffy out with Nami and give it rush. That's big. That's huge. Hell, you can even play, oh, I mean, this already has rush, so you don't have to play it out with Nami, but you could. But anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I know it was a long one. I mean, how long are we going for? Oh, almost 3 hours. Holy moly. But yeah, thank you guys. I'm going to go ahead and love you and leave you here. I'll catch you in the next one. I think, what, this Friday, we're probably going to play something else. I'm not sure. No, I think we're going to play more Pokemon. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I will love you and leave you here. And I'll catch you in the next one. So until then, goodbye. Bye, 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 bye. Adios. Sayonara. Say la vie. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Oh man, I never readjusted my tracking. So I think I've been looking up the entire time. That's funny. All right. See ya. Bye, 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 bye.